around just comes around. What goes 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 around is time to get down. 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 What goes around is time to get down.
What's up, bitches? After 2 weeks, we're back. And you know what? Most importantly, Ed, you looked it up on Google. Do you have an answer?
No, people are torn. Some say it is and some say it isn't.
Man,
there is no definitive answer on Google.
We can debate it forever. It's one of those things we get like 2D versus 3D. It's just like debatable forever whether or not Metallica is actually fucking featured in the song.
The thing is that is not debatable is regardless if Metallica was on it or not, the song was still fucking gay, dude.
What?
I'm gonna have to back Ed up on that one.
Wait a second.
I'm sorry, homie.
I don't mean to get started here off of topic as far as gaming goes, but are you really saying, Ed, that Christmas music is gay, or you really had a strong dislike of that particular song? That particular song
or
featuring Metallica, right?
I think most Christmas music is pretty gay, dude. Except for that grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
I can't believe how many stations have switched to just Christmas music.
They made a
ridiculous.
cartoon. They made a cartoon of that song. Have you seen it?
No,
the
I don't.
Got
you
ran
know
over
what?
By a reindeer song.
Absolutely zero desire to see that. To be honest with you, for sure. No desire at all. Ed, so, welcome. 2 weeks been back. Lots happened in 2 weeks. Tonight we are reviewing God of War Collection, Left 4 Dead 2, and Assassin's Creed 2. Which, this is a special night for me, guys.
We also can.
Me.
Why? Because you get to review 2 games that aren't handheld.
Dude,
you know what, Forrest? Are you trying to pick a fight, brother?
We can touch a little bit on the Bayonetta demo and also the God of War 3 demo too.
Well, I figured that you would. I didn't give video or anything of those, but yeah, if time permits, absolutely. We do have a lot of news tonight because some of it is going to be catching up. Some of it is going to be OFN. So forgive us. I still think there's some great stuff up for discussion. However, the reason tonight's special for me is because in a long line of big AAA franchise games, Assassin's Creed stands as a game that I just flat out was like, dude, fuck this game. Fuck it to hell.
It was the lowest on your playlist,
sucks.
Of games you had to get to that came out right away in November.
No.
It was the bottom of your list.
Well, no. I'm talking about 1, Mike. I'm going all the way back, and I'm talking about Assassin's Creed 1 and how I was so excited to play that game.
And then you played it, and then pissed,
I just
dude. Pissed.
I was fucking pissed. It just wasn't my game.
After your 5th haystack jump.
No, haystack jumping to me will always be legendary. Okay?
I
travel, the repetitive.
I liked part 1, except it was repetitive. Yes,
and really, what happened was, I knew that there was this underlying story to the game that really made it something special, but I wasn't willing to drudge through the fucking bullshit that I had to drudge through in order to get to it. So, Mike is right. This was way, 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 way low, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got an opportunity. I'm going to play it. Let's give it a go and let's see what happens. And so I got to say I'm really excited to review it tonight.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's special. Special.
How long? Money.
It's a special night because you're reviewing.
No, the phones aren't open.
Money on how long before they make it into a movie?
I don't know, but you know what, Forrest, you're gay.
I'm sure
you know what I'm talking about. It's
I don't know why tonight's so special.
I'll tell you why. Because
you've missed me.
Then fine. I thought Assassin's Creed 2 was awesome. We're going to go into detail as to why. And you know what? How many times are you disappointed by a first game and then feel totally redeemed after and then eagerly awaiting part 3? How many times do you feel like that's happening? Because
I'm calling bullshit on you, dude.
Why? Why?
Because, man, you're like, after playing Assassin's Creed 2, you're like, dude, I can't wait for Assassin's Creed 3.
Dude, after finishing Assassin's Creed 1, I couldn't wait for part 2.
Okay,
See, and you know what?
I'm excited. I'm excited to hear the review.
I would not say that you're wrong about that. I would never say you're wrong about that, Mike. But certainly you can understand where I'm coming from when I say that I couldn't just drudge through the crap in order to get to that good stuff. Because even in 2, there is some drudging,
some crap to be drudged through.
I'm excited to hear because the couple times I came over and saw you playing, you weren't. I thought you were like.
I had a serious love-hate relationship with this game that we'll go into when we review. I think that's it's probably enough of a tease. We're also talking about God of War, which you know what, we might as well get that one out of the bag. I'm talking to Force on the phone. I'm like, Force. So Ed was over here and he was talking about God of War 1 and God of War 2, and he was like, it was basically like having a conversation 6 years ago.
Yeah, welcome.
I bet, but dude, wait till you see that shit in HD.
Forrest and I have talked a lot about it. I'm really excited to hear your review of that. And because
I'm excited to find out how many trophies you got for playing through it, dude. I'm going to have to go through it again.
I wonder how many shows or publications out there who are like, I never played God of War the first time through. So, this is exactly the first game. So, finally, you're going to get a review from someone who's, never even, he, knew the series existed, but sort of, hater, just kind of was like, yeah, whatever.
It's a hack and slash,
the funny thing is Ed loves mythology.
I do. I love in history, dude. And fucking.
How do you.
But I was like, dude, a hack and slash. Fucking, it's Maximo all over again.
Well, dude, Maximo.
Boy, was I fucking. Was I wrong?
Not even fair, dude.
I was wrong.
That's the game he brings up is turning him off the genre as Maximo.
Like a horrible 3D.
You missed a lot of good shit
there. Oh, shit.
Epileptic Gaming News of the Week.
All right, news of the week. As I mentioned, guys, don't forget, yes, we're going to probably have some OFN here, but I still think it's worth talking about, so let's just jump right into it. First off, I have to say, happy birthday to Krillin, longtime fan of Epileptic Gaming. He really wanted me to say happy birthday. Deserves it, Krillin. Good game, another year. And you guys know Krillin, right?
Yeah, his name's right here.
Woo! All right, here we go. So, tomorrow, big news, guys. Spike VGAs are tomorrow, December 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, why should you watch this?
You know what? I'm going to be interested to see how many people do watch it because the Heisman Trophy Award is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Dude,
go Dominican.
All right, let me finish this and then we'll talk about that because you shouldn't watch this because it is a legitimate award show, and don't let them try to trick you into thinking that it actually is, because it totally is not. And it's not because it's going to have celebrities that maybe Snoop Dogg will roll up, or some other guy. And Snoop Dogg actually
who's hosting it?
Some other idiot,
Who's hosting?
No, I don't think there's a host this year.
There isn't?
Is there? I thought
how do you have a fucking award show and no host?
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
Dude, maybe they're just going to have titties running around on stage the whole time.
I think you watch this for one reason, Ed.
Tits.
And that not tits. It's because they typically debut several trailers, or even hey, this game's coming out. What's up now? And they know that they're going to get a large TV audience. It's concentrated to gamers for the most part. So it's like a great place for EA or Activision or whoever to debut something like that. Of course, UFC will be on there because it's fucking Spike's award show.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. Even though the game is considered decent. Anyway, I personally think not the Heisman Trophy. No one really gives a fuck about that. No one really cares about Spike.
No one cares about the Heisman.
What everyone,
no one, dude.
No one,
Zero
dude.
people.
No one. Because you know what?
I care.
They're all watching UFC tomorrow.
Is that what's on at the same time as Spike?
They're all watching UFC.
Dude, it's gonna be a rough pick.
And you know what?
Are you not TiVoing at least?
I'm just throwing it out there. If you watched Colin Brawl, you'd know that. But what TiVoing was?
Are you
Spikes?
TiVoing as TV?
No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Kotaku or Joystick or Giant Bomb or one of these websites, and I'm going to find a post that's every trailer from last night, Spike VGAs without the bullshit. And you know what? If any of those shows happen to be tuned in, for some reason you caught the link, you're tuned in, I will give you just like.
Not that I'm saying it
nods.
won't suck, but the guys who are running it are trying to make it less suck this year.
I just want to see the tits.
Well, we'll
dude.
see. We'll see if it happens.
Dude,
they
how do you-
promised to
okay.
feature more game developers instead of celebrities
Dude, that's not
as their presenters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, would that
Whatever.
change your mind if it was more like that
I'll tell you what.
instead of so hoorah fake?
How about this?
bullshit?
How about can I still stand on my little ledge if I say, why don't you watch it?
I will.
And if it's the bomb, then you just be like, you're a fucking idiot.
My
And
wife
then-
she harps
'cause-
on me about playing games, so maybe she'll like at least let me watch a show about games. I mean, as bad as it sounds, that's
You know
probably
what?
what'll happen at
I
my
gotta
house.
say, I do pretty good on the balance of like wife video game in terms of like knowing when it's appropriate. I gotta admit, Modern Warfare 2 not helping the
you know
situation
what? It was
at all.
Demon Souls. Demon Souls has kind of tested my wife's patience.
Really?
Dude, it sucked up all my time until I
but the
beat
thing
it.
is that I bet Jen would be okay watching. I think she gets bored of this.
I don't know, dude. She gets bored of seeing the same thing over and over again.
But
She's gonna get bored in Demon Souls because your ass is dying a lot, and you're gonna be doing the same shit over and over again.
I think the difference would be is that it's a game like Demon Souls. I think Jen would be like, "You need to do this." You like
She's gonna try and help you
this.
figure it out.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But at Call of Duty, she can't be like,
Unless you can have her
need to go
pick up-
prone in that position and own that fucking camper over there that's using fucking double 1887s and danger close and fucking something like that.
Fucking
all that shit happens
That's-
in your head. I'm just like, there's a bad guy. There's a bad guy. There's a bad guy.
Tango down. Tango down.
I'm
Can we
so
tell
bad.
the Tango-
I'm so bad at that game. But I play it a lot.
Do you know why I hate team deathmatch? Is because I like just having like a bleeping bot to run to this spot. Like
I hate
trying to get to the end of a
fucking
maze.
Demolition, dude. I hate.
Dude, I
that
love it
mod,
because it's
dude.
just like I know where to go. I know where to go.
It's so fucking
as opposed to
awful,
like
dude.
having to
I
creep
hate
around
it.
and
I
stare
hate
at my
it. I hate
screen.
it.
So
I prefer domination
Demolition?
or team deathmatch.
Why do you
like
hate demolition?
Demolition
Dude,
is the
because-
bomb.
You play demolition, you get last place. And it's
Because-
like
Wow,
2,000
Evan,
XP for
really?
last place.
It's fucking.
He just said, "I'm surprised how much Ed plays it for how bad he is."
I know, dude. Eban, I'm pretty bad, aren't I? It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I still play it.
You're gonna get better, Ed.
No.
I know you're not a sticks guy.
I
But
fucking hate it, dude. I hate it.
Well,
I hate
you don't
it.
think
I
you're
hate
getting
it.
better at it as you play?
I don't use the. I can't use the fucking sniping rifle because I'm too
I
erratic
can't
with
use
it.
the sniping rifle either.
well, then don't use it.
No, I don't. I use the Og.
You
I use the
should-
Ogbar
Dude,
and the M16
No, you
now.
should totally, Ed. You should totally be one of those guys that fucking uses like a riot shield and double shotguns,
God,
akimbo
dude.
shotguns,
and then have
like-
marathon on and just fucking
Yes,
and
yes.
I didn't think about that.
God,
Now
dude.
that I'm in love with that shotgun, I can carry that shield on my back. I gotta remember that.
I hate that shit,
We-
dude. They finally fixed the fucking that.
Oh,
bug
that
with
javelin
the
shit happened
javelin
today.
bug,
Yeah.
dude. Today they fixed something else too about unlimited fucking resupplying or some shit.
So we were playing a game, and we had this guy on our team. It was pretty good, but every time he got a kill, he would go, "Tango down."
Well, that was bad.
Tango down.
That was
And
bad.
at the beginning of the match, it like wasn't that bad, Like I thought he was,
no,
like-
we played
thought
with
he was
him. He was on
joking?
our team, so it was like
Yeah,
at least it was
no,
tolerable.
that's just, but yeah,
He's
at the
racking up
beginning.
kills.
And then, like by the end of the match, it was seriously like Tango down, Tango down, Tango down, Tango down, Tango down, Tango down, and he was fucking owning. Like he would get an airstrike. Or or a predator.
Why the fuck did
four
he
guys,
say it,
and he would
dude?
just
Was
be
he
like,
Rain Man?
Tango down, Tango
What
down.
the fuck?
And then if he died, he'd be like militia down. And he would like sound upset, and then he'd be like, "Tango down, Tango down, Tango down." And Mike and I were just kind of laughing at each other. So then we played them, right? And we actually
the next
got
match,
a map.
he's on the other side, and we're
He's
like,
on the other-
thank God, at least we don't have Tango down.
At least
on
we
our
don't
team.
have Tango down, right? And this is actually, I don't know what map it was, but we fucking raped them,
Big time,
right?
dude.
And right when it comes back to the
Big
scoreboard,
time. I mean, we kicked their asses.
right when it comes back to the scoreboard, when like everyone could talk again, both Mike and I are like, Tango down. it was awesome. And now every single time we get like a good win, I will go, Tango down.
That's like the
awesome.
The new
I
school
think, dude-
boom from
Yeah,
Quake. We used to wait just be like boom.
I think I'm just gonna.
down.
I'm gonna do the militia down when I play.
What?
You gotta sound really disappointed.
It'll be like 30 of them.
Yeah,
I was just thinking I'd have to do that
Militia
20
down.
sometimes a match.
Militia down.
TGM said,
Militia down.
I was wondering why you guys were saying that. Because Tango down is the bomb, dude. I gotta admit
That shit's funny, dude. What a
is
fucking
funny.
weirdo, dude. Seriously, straight rain man.
But the thing was, though, is he was destroying people. He was destroying them until he played against us, dude.
I mean, and it wasn't like we did anything all that amazing. It was just like, I think that, whatever. I don't know. It was funny, though. It was really funny. All right, so let's move on to our second news item now.
Okay.
Since we're 20 minutes into the fucking show.
Throw out number 2.
The Final Fantasy 13 Famitsu score has surfaced, and no, it is not perfect. In fact, it's just 1 point away from perfection. And yes, fanboys, both in Japan and here in the United States, are pissed because every Final Fantasy should be a 40. But more importantly, it seems that the Famitsu readership is now questioning the review scores of the popular Japanese publication because of the amount of perfects that they've been dishing out.
You know what? I should go write for them.
Famitsu.
Yeah, dude. I really
This
should.
game
I
will
have
fucking lock
a
up at
hard
some
time
point.
finding games that are perfects that other people are like, oh, dude. This
Can
game
I
is
say
fucking
something, though,
the
when we
best
talk
thing
about...
ever.
I don't know
You
about
played the
that
Bayonetta
one.
demo?
Yeah,
Were you, like, blown away by it? Oh, my God. This is
I
unbelievable.
thought
Or
it
did you
was
just think
good.
it was all right?
I thought it was all right.
I thought it was just all right. I mean, it was
Yeah.
good, but it wasn't, like, mind-blowingly
It
good.
wasn't. It wasn't like a perfect 10.
Do you
good.
think it's better than Final Fantasy 13 is going to be?
I don't know, dude.
What do you think is going to be
Dude,
better? Because
Bayonetta's
Bayonetta
pretty
got a
fucking
perfect
hot, though.
score, dude.
Bayonetta, she is
But
hot.
there's no nudity in it, dude. They teased
It
us
doesn't
all.
matter,
Everything's
dude.
covered up the entire
It
time.
doesn't matter. Sometimes
Dude, I got all
you
excited.
Don't need
There's no nudity in Final Fantasy 13.
I'll tell you what. Hey,
No, but Final Fantasy 13
Force.
looks good.
You know what? I
Yeah,
found a
it does.
great hentai gallery of Bayonetta that is
Wow.
yeah. So I mean, it's like
Wow.
you don't have
We-
to have it in the game. It's awesome,
Wheat waits till Little Wheat goes to bed and then bust out the freaking aloe vera.
dude. I tweeted about it.
I don't know what the word
I-
hentai is or whatever he said.
I tweet it's like her and like sexual perversion type,
In
know.
anime.
But
How
not
How do you know that?
necessarily-
How do you know that?
because
How do I
he
know what?
fucking.
How do you know what
he loves
hentai
it,
is?
dude?
What are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me, dude?
Come on, dude. Everyone knows.
Oh, I
Forrest.
don't.
I'm Japanese culture, and I know about
Whatever.
a lot of crazy.
The only thing
shit
I ever
over
hear
there.
you talk about is bukaku. I had to go look that up, and that was not
No,
pleasant
that's not.
either, dude.
Bukaku is the name of the skit that we did. Bukaki.
Yeah, whatever.
is the act of
You know the shit I saw. It was not
coming
good.
all over
Over
its
somebody's face,
or-
like lots of people doing it.
Right. Perhaps into a cup and drinking it or something.
What the fuck, dude?
Just so you know, those images will always be assorted with bukaku in my mind.
What? Okay. Well, that was kind of
Oh
the
my
point
God.
of the actual name of it. I don't know. Too much,
Okay.
Ravager says. Too much. But you know.
All right, next story.
Well, I'm waiting for Force. I mean,
He's-
all
Well,
I
you
got-
already. This story
thinking
was
about
ruined because he's already ready to
bukkake.
You know
go
what
bullshit
Zip
on
Eye
it,
is?
dude.
Zip Eye.
What?
Zip Eye. It's another Japanese Zip Eye.
What's
I
that
don't
have
know what
to
you're
do?
talking about.
It's-
Are you even
Zip-
speaking? You're
yeah,
speaking
Zip Eye.
Japanese?
Zip
No.
Eye. It's,
What do
it's
they
like-
do then?
It's like galleries or pictures of like chicks, not necessarily with their faces. No, hold on, Force. And it's just like looking sort of down their shirt. Cleavage shots.
And you know this how?
Who
Because
doesn't? Who
because
doesn't?
you couldn't find any bare breast shots.
who doesn't?
You had to go
Dude,
to
what the
cleavage
fuck?
shots.
You
I will
I'm-
show you how to use
look,
freaking Google.
you know-
if that's the problem. You're typing in shit wrong, dude.
Asian tits.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
Just, I thought everyone knew this, dude. Seriously.
I pray this next story's wrong. You already called it out as wrong. They already said, Sony said, no, it's not going to be called the Gem. But at one point, at some time this week, for like 20 minutes, the whole world thought that Sony's new controller is going to be called the Gem,
The Gem.
which sounds totally
Truly
gay.
outrageous.
It matched.
So praying that they're wrong.
It matched the peripheral.
But where would that dude get that
apparently.
name? Like, why would he just drop that in the middle of his speech?
I am the Nuttall. My tech is better. I am the Nuttall. Our tech is better.
Which I still think is one of the most ridiculous names. I don't care what they say. It looks like natal to me. I don't care how much
I know,
put their spin on it.
Dude,
It looks like Nadal.
anyone who actually saw Gem or knew who Gem or the Misfits were is gonna enjoy that one. So they have said no.
Came out and said it's bullshit.
And you know what? Do you ever think that a company goes, okay, guys, just throw it out
Let's
there.
fuck with them.
Let's see what they say. And if they don't
Let's
like
see
it,
if
we'll
they
be
snap
like,
it up.
production, prototype name. Oh, just a prototype
Probably.
name.
I was saying though, I like the wand. We'll just call it Sony's wand.
I'm
I'm already calling that. I'm settled with that one.
Dude, call it the fucking Harry.
Kind of like I was settled with calling the Wii the Revolution. At one point.
Good, or the Dolphin. Which one was that?
That was the 64, wasn't it?
That was the Dolphin.
The 64 was rumored to be the Dolphin.
The Dolphin. I'm not sure why they don't call it the wand. I don't. They should just go that. So, next headline. Fuck you, Yahoo. Seriously.
Dude, I just want everyone to know that he almost blew a freaking gasket over this story. He
You
was
know,
like, "Oh my god, dude,
like-
the world is coming to an end." He called me, dude,
It's
all
a
doom and
fucking
gloom.
Injustice. It's an injustice, dude. Really. I mean, really. What if the same thing? What if she would have written the same story, somehow skewed it to make
be about the
360?
Xbox 360?
Oh,
I probably
shit,
called you
dude.
this.
That's
I probably would have
fucked up.
deleted it.
It's fucked up.
Oh, I know, right? So, listen.
It's pretty funny, though.
This is also sort of OFN.
Oh, shit. This is funny.
But it pisses me off. So this is not a Sony fanboy crying out loud or foul, regardless of what Force tells you, okay? What happens
It
between
is.
Force, that's supposed to stay between us, okay? This is just straight up bad journalism, guys. And this is like, it's just not fair. It's not fair. Yahoo has a Grinch
That's what
gift
he was
guide
doing, dude. There were real tears.
in which they list products which they quote kind of may as well be the new lump of coal. It's just, the new lump of coal, right?
It's the appropriate color.
And the 2009 edition is the PlayStation 3. Okay, not because of the lack of games, which they could be like, they don't have Halo and Gears of War and Alan Wake coming out. They don't.
I'm
wait
so
to rub that
surprised
shit in.
at her reasoning.
It's not because this is an expensive system and it is heavy and it's like, what were they trying to like mock the first Xbox perhaps? What is going on here? So after 3 years on the market, Yahoo and this chick has decided the reason that you shouldn't get a PS3 this year is because once your controller's rechargeable battery dies, you're shit out of luck.
I mean, I was ready to defend it at first.
You were defending it, you
I was
fucker,
defending
just
it
to get a rise out of
until
me.
you told me it was lump of coal. Like they're calling it the new lump of coal. I was like, well, she does have a point, dude. I had to go buy a second
You
controller.
gotta read what she says
because it sucks.
here, 'cause, dude.
But to say it's a lump of coal is taking things way too far.
Quote, as Anne says, it's all fun and games until the battery dies. Unlike its competitors, which use replaceable AA batteries, the PS3 remote control is glued shut. What did I just put it back in? It's a USB port. It's not like a alien technology.
Magic.
Well, so the PS3's remote control is glued shut.
It does look like it's glued. You almost couldn't see screws. I had to look for them. It looks glued.
Because Sony in manufacturing awesome technology is like, yeah, let's just use some glue right here.
Wouldn't you assume that somebody that works at Yahoo owns a PS3 and be like, hey,
this
like
chick is
maybe
wrong.
we should
Maybe you're taking things
we
too
should like
far.
reevaluate the story
Yeah.
before we post it?
Yeah, I think so. Quote, when the battery goes, Sony customers have to blow $55 on a new controller. So, first of all, my personal experience. I've owned 5 PS3 controllers, and every single one
Is dead.
has worked as intended.
They are broken. A lot of them are broken. But that's
they
from
are
you
broken
throwing
because
shit,
of me.
dude.
They
Right.
malfunction because of personal,
Because he got bombed in Call of Duty 4.
What?
Huh?
Isn't that why? Modern Warfare cost you a couple controllers? What are you going to blame it on?
Because somebody called in a Harrier
No,
strike.
I know that one of them was victim to Soul Calibur 4, at least. One of them
Oh, at
was.
least one.
Yeah, one of them. But it's not to say I haven't broken Xbox 360 controller. I've not broken controller in a long time, okay?
Be proud of that. I haven't broken one in never.
Shut your mouth. But has anyone actually had like a PS3 controller that honestly like you couldn't recharge it anymore?
Oh no, the batteries never died on me.
Yeah.
You know,
but I've actually broke 2 controllers in the exact same spot as you.
Not to mention what
in that corner on the trigger where it splits. I've had 2 controllers split at that trigger.
A problem. I don't know about that. That's poor. Anyway, what else are they going to say? But they're, also, yes, so their wording makes it seem like 95% of the people who are using wireless controllers are in some way, shape, or form using batteries. Now, I would agree that probably a lot more people are using batteries.
Except me.
You use
my dual charger.
I got
my dual charger.
I gotta believe that more people
all day long and hums its blue light.
Are using
Never
a rechargeable.
Used. It hasn't gone from green meaning charging, from blue meaning full for a while now, dude.
What?
A while. My charger's just like.
I gotcha.
I just have this permanent blue glow because I never touch them.
Why?
Red Bee, I use a wired controller too. Oh. Force is like, you're stupid for using a wired controller. I'm like,
I can't believe he uses it. He's like, dude, you got a spare wired controller? I'm like, dude, I have like 6 wireless. You can't have my one wired. That's my emergency controller.
Is the way to go.
He's like, I only play wired. I only play wired.
Because you never got to worry about fucking whether or not it's charged. You don't have to worry about any sort of delay between my wireless controller.
But it's supposed to be your controller you break out when you don't have any batteries.
No. It's awesome.
It's more responsive.
It's cheap. He's a cheap bastard.
The point of this story is that it was really fucking kind of bullshit.
It was right on target.
Like I said, she could have written the exact same article and been like, every single 360 breaks down. And you would have been pissed.
And that's not true. Only 54.5% of them break down.
That's still a lot more.
That is not all of them.
You know what? Coming up to this next story, you must really fucking be butthurt today, dude.
He's like, we're done with stories, dude. I'm like, no, we're not.
I don't think I've read this one.
No, I had to throw one more story in.
He snuck this fucker in. Force snuck this fucker in.
You're bummed, dude. You're butthurt.
So The Guardian is like this big British magazine. It's kind of like their watchdog magazine that tells you what products are hot and what's not. Have a section where they rate consumer electronics and declared the PS3 as the worst console on the market, worse than the Wii, worse than the 360, and also worse than the PC. And they said that it is too expensive, has lost most of its exclusive titles like Grand Theft Auto and Tomb Raider. They actually quote Tomb Raider. The loss of Tomb Raider is one of the reasons why the PS3 is the worst console on the market right now.
The last 2 Tomb Raider Next Generation games came out on the PS3.
Well, no, they did, but they were simultaneous release. But I mean, just think in your mind, when was the last time Tomb Raider was like a relevant console exclusive? But since like Tomb Raider 2, maybe.
This is all full of fail.
Tomb Raider 1, we played Tomb Raider 2 on the PC, so it is full of fail, just like it is because of its freaking batteries. The PS3 is a lump of coal, dude. And they called it a big black box of Blu-ray also.
You know what, though?
The Blu-ray
PS3 is also the reason why Blu-ray is selling like fucking hotcakes this holiday season. So congratulations!
I love that my Blu-ray player also plays games.
I
do too.
I do too. And you know what? It's going to play some great games coming up here in 2010, which we're going to talk about pretty soon.
Okay.
Now I will say, in its defense, Metacritic declared PS3 the best console on the market according to their scores.
Oh, shit.
So if you're looking for quality games, PS3 ranked number 1 this year. And Xbox 360 actually ranked number 3.
Behind the PC.
Behind the PC. And did you see what the top title was for the PC?
It wasn't WoW, was it?
The highest rated title for the PC was Street Fighter 4. Does that like even count because it was just like a copy and paste
from
the console?
No, Street Fighter 4 on PC was a big deal, dude.
I know you played a shit ton of it, but do you think it was the number 1
think
game
about
on the PC
how
of the
much
year?
I played and then how much of the year.
And not only that, but
I don't
do you
know
think
against what? Yeah,
here's
because
also
it
what
was
happens.
It was like, here is a legitimate fighting game on
People
the PC.
just give it the same review that they gave it on the 360.
Well, that's stupid.
I mean, I just know that those scores are just carryovers from it. But anyways, The top machine was the PS3 according to Metacritic this year, and top of the list was Uncharted.
Yeah,
highest ranked.
Yeah, and you know
what the second highest ranked was, which isn't even fair.
God of
War collection.
I think
which is just a combination of the old scores because it's just the old scores they use. Yeah, it was a 9.5 when it came out 5 years ago. It's not a 9.5 today.
No, God of War got 10s.
What? Well, that's what I'm saying. No, it didn't get 10s from everywhere.
It was fucking good, dude. And it looked fucking awesome, dude.
It fucking
looked awesome.
Right. Is it hard to believe that it was that old, dude?
I know.
Seeing it again, it was hard to believe it had been around that long.
By the way, this referenced article is fantastic. And Steven, the guy that Kotaku picked up this year in 2009 from MTV, really...
Does it make you think that maybe everything Electronic Arts says isn't bullshit?
Well, I mean, that aside is amazing. I'm talking about the article that this came from where he broke down all the data is really, really fucking good.
Well, let me say what the article is that we can talk about it is that Electronic Arts came out and declared themselves as the #1 company of the year based on Metacritic, saying that they outbeat all the other companies.
Right now, but more
and they actually showed a graph. They showed we did 16, Ubisoft did 4, like showed everyone's data,
but
showed how many shipment dates were
EA
missed.
made that. Right?
EA made that pie chart.
Yeah, this was like something that was sort of leaked almost.
Yes.
Yeah, and so they were like,
so right
okay,
away, everyone was ready to call bullshit on it, dude.
Yeah.
We're like, we're going to investigate this shit. And he went and looked at Metacritic for every single game that scored a 90 or above, or 85 or above.
He didn't even do EA first.
Really?
He looked at what EA said the other companies did.
And found that in a couple places, EA was actually shortchanged a couple. Like they said 12 and they really counted 14.
Right.
Or EA said 14 and we can only count 12.
Right.
And also showed, I thought the ship dates were interesting too. Every company missed their shipping dates. And EA missed 0 shipping dates.
Really?
And he went down and investigated every single one of the companies and found out that EA was correct.
Some crazy shit, dude.
Was correct in like every single one of their assessments of the other companies. And according to Metacritic, which is I had no idea it's such a big deal to the companies. Like bonuses are based on it. Keeping your job is based on it.
All investors.
You actually have to say up front, can you deliver this score on a Metacritic? I mean, I can't believe how much weight is put into it nowadays.
It not only that, but just believing like that they did actually have. I mean, the amount of titles they had eclipsed, and like at the end of the day, we kind of like look at them as one of the bad guys, but and almost like as a second runner to Activision lately. Like Activision's been inching. But you know what? At the end of the day, they are doing.
Do you know
fine.
what sucks though?
They just laid off all those fucking people.
Well, not that, but you look at their top 3 titles. All right, it was Dragon Age Origins.
Right.
It was Harmonix and Rock Band, and there was another one. What was their other top title? But they're all like all these companies that they'd gone and bought. Like all these companies are already.
That's
producing
just as viable of a business model as someone who builds from the inside, dude. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Think about what EA did back in the day.
But it was like,
necessarily, they delivered consistency, but like, I mean,
Halo and Gears of War is like a Microsoft Studio product. The Last Guardian and all those games are like Sony products, like like shit that they put out. And even though I know it's other companies, I don't know. It's just different when they brag about like a BioWare game that came out. Or Left 4 Dead 2, that was the one. Which was totally Valve. Like the fact that EA is taking credit for the Valve game.
They'll have their day, I'm sure. What do you think about that shit, Ed? EA
I thought it was interesting that
legit.
I was ready to call bullshit on them, too.
I've always assumed EA is legit. They're a big fucking company, and they're constantly making cuts so that they can meet these fucking deadlines and have the money to make sure that they're the top of the market.
See, I always hear the Activision dude saying shit that later gets proven to be bullshit. And I thought this would have been called out on him, and it wasn't.
Well, unfortunately, the other thing it sort of reveals about EA is that they're not exactly making like fucking blockbusters that are just blowing people away. It's sort of like they are Legendary Pictures. Yeah. They're putting out some good stuff, but nothing is going and fucking walking up to the podium to accept an Academy Award.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. But
they're turning a profit, dude.
They still had enough quality with all those titles to be up there, and that's pretty. The article is fantastic, guys. Really, you should go and check this out.
So as of this morning, it's fixed.
Yes,
fixed. But holy shit, has it been an interesting week of playing Modern Warfare, dude. Because we've been playing the shit out of it, and hackers, or not pirates, but freaking people who just sit and try to glitch shit, discovered that, what were they calling it, dude? The freaking javelin glitch, running around with their rockets, Simtex, blowing you up. So essentially, as we played Modern Warfare this week, every time we kill someone, they'd blow up and kill us too and kill several people around them. All these people, at one point, dude... It was like 5 javelin glitches on 5 javelin glitches. Like each team was just full of them. We were running around just getting exploded left and right, and it was a miserable week.
Dude.
It was a miserable week. It was super lame.
Yeah.
And the funny thing that come out of this story was that Xbox said that they're jumping on it, banning accounts if we catch people exploiting.
Yeah, all you had to do.
And you know what?
That's
why if you were playing with me, I would constantly be like, file a complaint against that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you got sick of me saying that shit. I was going after those ones, so sorry if I annoyed you.
No, but PS3 came out and said we can't bother with it.
Yeah, we talked about this on Call.
Yeah, our accounts are free. They'll just make a new account. So I'm sorry, guys. There's really nothing we can do about it.
And honestly, I think either way, it's like if Microsoft wants to police it, great, because I think that's awesome to do away. If Sony doesn't, fine, because at the end of the day, it's Activision's. It's their problem to deal with. So I'm glad they fixed it.
At the end of the day, there's only 1 million people playing on the PS3, and there's like 8 million playing on the 360.
That's not true, because only 6 million was sold. So shut the fuck up.
Did you see? I was actually a ridiculous amount. Did you see the numbers?
Yeah, I think that
only like 1.8 million was PS3, and 4.2 was 360. I mean, that's over 2 to 1. That's almost 3 to 1.
So
dominated. Wow. I feel bad. I feel bad for the lump of coal.
You're like,
I feel bad.
It's not. It doesn't have to be like 100,000 or I mean, like what? I don't understand. Like what? So that's good.
So I found this Modern Warfare story funny. This is, the shit where you go in and you kill the civilians, no Russian. And at the beginning of it, you're on the elevator and he like looks to each other. He's like, no Russian. Because you don't want to tip off that those are the people who caused this massacre. Well, in Japan, it says, kill them, the Russians. When you read the subtext of it, he's basically saying that all these people that you're about to kill as you enter the scene are Russians. And the fact that they mistranslate that scene, which the whole game surrounded by,
from that, yeah.
And it cracks me up, and I didn't know about this either.
Yeah. So now. What's even funnier is kind of reading through the comments and finding out is that several versions of Modern Warfare 2 that came out, if you did fire on a civilian, it would be game over.
Really?
So basically, which I don't know, might be a little bit more disturbing than actually shooting them. You basically escorted all of the killers while they shot everyone else.
Never shot anyone.
Why not?
Actually, a couple times a cop shot at me.
But
I never shot a civilian.
Dude.
I never shot a civilian as I played through it.
I opened up as well. Why was there an achievement for that?
It was like a big deal. No achievements are locked to this mission, dude. Don't worry, you can skip it. Nothing's tied to this.
Anyway, so it's game over. So in essence, the game
tells
sort
you
of
kill
them, and then
when the door opens,
it's like game over. Because you kill
in the Japanese version?
Yeah, because the text is translated as
no, if you kill somebody in the Japanese version, it's game over.
Yeah.
So it says kill the Russians, and then you kill them, and it says game over.
Yeah. German version also has the game over if you shoot a civilian. But what is worse, shooting them or okay, I will escort you now. Go ahead and kill all of these innocent people.
Well, it was the way I was thinking it was I have to play my part. I don't want to stop them. I'm going to go through it and look like I'm doing shit. And I'm just going to focus on shooting the cops instead of civilians. That was the attitude that I had. I thought that's how you were supposed to play. I didn't know you were yeah, freedom, just shoot every motherfucker.
How could you do? What?
What? That was your first instinct was just tear into them with your dudes?
Weren't you concerned that...
Weren't you going to try first? Maybe I don't have to shoot them. This feels wrong.
You know what? I was concerned that they were going to know who I was, and I was going to blow my cover.
That's what you're worried about.
Yeah.
You
All
are.
right.
So
If that's what helps
I
you
was
sleep
put
at night,
into a
I just
bad
want you to know.
situation,
I just want you to
and all
know.
I could do
You proved to be the weaker man,
was
dude.
pull the trigger. No, that's
You never
not
had
true.
to pull the trigger.
No, you know
You
what?
never had
You
to
know
pull the
what?
trigger.
They
They
was
could have
for
lived.
the greater good. Don't
They
you
could have
remember
lived.
what he said prior to the mission? He said, "Remember, you're gonna get torn.
Yeah.
You're gonna be torn."
You know, I did it because I'm so bad at the game that my like buddies do all the killing, so I wanted to like feel like I was like helping out.
You're like,
and getting
no,
some
you were like,
kills.
yeah, target
So
I
I
can
was
hit.
like,
A
I'm gonna
target I
open
can
up
hit.
on 'em,
Woohoo.
and
I wish they
then
all crawled while spilling their guts
the
out.
eighth
exactly.
time that I replayed the level, I just meleeed civilians. The ninth time, I used only my pistol.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, just so you know, it's probably been 20 times that I've just watched the civilians get. What's wrong with me?
Something is very, very wrong.
So, I mean, even Ed, this game even converted Ed, Call of Duty. You know, he was a big hater on it, but it's still fun.
It is fun.
And you can't stop freaking playing it. It's like freaking crack to you. So EA's got some pretty big shoes to fill because their head honcho came out this week and said that they're going to steal Activision's thunder.
Yes.
Now, they admitted it's not going to happen right away.
Yes.
But said that with Call of Duty
Here
and
it comes,
Battlefield,
Here
they
it comes.
will own Activision and own Call of Duty.
It's
That they will
coming,
be
Ed.
the next.
It's coming.
with what game?
With the next Battlefield or the next Medal of Honor. And
Coming.
they're set up, dude. I mean, I think they have a shot at it.
You
They're
think
gonna
so?
get it.
Because they came up with a new, fresh, original idea for the next Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, and what is that? What is it?
What? Go ahead.
That was all you, dude.
No. Okay.
I want to hear about their new, fresh.
right.
You brought it to me.
Yeah,
dude, and I
what
was
is
like,
what is the new
All right, hold on, check this out.
fresh approach?
I'm going
to
to
Medal
show.
of
I'm
Honor?
going to show some
Okay.
pictures, and to do so, I'm actually going to go ahead and kill the overlays here. Look, we're in widescreen.
Yeah,
wow.
dude.
And
1080.
we're gonna go to this. All right, so boom. Okay, I'm selling this to you. I'm EA's marketing
Does he
guy.
have a
Ed,
baseball
okay,
cap on?
hold on, dude. Here I am.
Backwards, dude.
I'm EA's marketing
Backwards
guy.
style.
I am going to sell you this game, Medal of Honor, Ed. Okay, you got this. It's all been World War II up till now, man. It's all been World War II. It's like it's taking place. We've killed the Japanese. We've killed the Germans. Enough of that. Enough
I
of
think
that.
there might have been
Look
some
what our
Vietnam
kids
in
are
there.
playing right
There
now.
might have been some Vietnam.
You're right. Enough Vietnam. We don't need to be killed. Okay. Look what they're playing now. Okay. It's good old USA versus Russians. Modern warfare. That's what people want. That's what the kids want. All right.
No,
so I'm
no.
coming at you with a fresh idea. Okay. Here is what the next Medal of Honor franchise game
their
is gonna be
fresh
called.
idea
Hold
was to
on.
modernize it, dude.
Right.
That was their fresh idea.
Can I finish my pitch?
They didn't see it somewhere else.
Yeah,
they
let's
came up with
listen.
it on their own.
Let's hear the
Okay.
pitch.
Hold on, but I'm making a fresh idea.
I'm trying to
off of
feel
this
what you're laying
kids
down
are
on me,
playing.
brother.
Okay, and here's what we're gonna do. The next Medal of Honor franchise game, okay, is gonna be called. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Medal of Honor. And here you go. So I'm going to show you this picture. Now, what is this picture, Ed? What does this picture invoke? What is this picture?
Honestly, what does it invoke? It reminds me of the little kids on freaking Call of Duty that are like trying to talk like they're ghetto and black.
When I look at that, I think of Rogue Warrior or one of those that zombie killing
Okay.
world
I
generic
think-
shooter.
Both of you guys are idiots and you don't watch CNN enough. This is what the kids are playing, okay? This is Afghanistan. This is desert combat. This is a one-man army here, and he only takes missions that the government won't give to anyone else. Medal of Honor. Are you picturing this? All right. So, Ed, what do you think?
I think
That
that's
comes
original
out,
for them to decide to set the story
and-
modern day.
And there you go. So, Ed,
Afghanistan.
tell us what you think about that.
Dude, that's fucking retarded.
Do you think like it could be
No.
okay? So then check this out, right?
Okay.
It does sound fresh. Original.
Why does it sound fresh and original?
It's just because who thinks about Afghanistan? Not only that, but like their dude was like bearded. I mean, he wasn't like
Right.
a clean cut,
Right,
nice
exactly.
looking dude. He had his
Exactly.
hat backwards.
Exactly.
His gun all
I mean,
solid
did you-
snake, dude.
you
He's
got it good
solid
enough.
snake.
I mean, I think he looked
Hold on.
good. Like
You know
that was
what?
a fresh new original face that they came up
Maybe though, I need to have Ed, see a bigger picture of it.
Is there a video?
No, there's not a video. This is a teaser, dude. But I want you to see a bigger picture because look at the badassness of that guy.
Even like the glasses that he wears just
right.
totally makes him original.
All right, right. So EA's coming at you. Here it is. This is our original idea. Boom, we're dropping it on you. And then suddenly UGO is like, hey, I think I've seen this guy before. Boom! And there's this guy who is a special forces member in Afghanistan named Cowboy. And you're like, wow, that shit kind of looks like the same dude that is in this picture right here.
Why? It doesn't look like he's lifting much weight.
I know, actually. I thought that was really funny, too.
They're trying to be like, oh, look how badass he is. And he's like, he's lifting like 70 pounds.
So-
Way to go, cowboy.
So then they're like, well, you know what? I mean, it could be a coincidence, right?
It's
so
coincidence,
it
dude.
totally could be.
Coincidence.
And then like, wait a second. What did they
Dude,
make the
he's-
game already? Is the game out already? And I'm looking at like a cutscene. What exactly?
Is this
going
from a
on
movie?
here?
Is it from a movie?
No, these are look. Do
A
you
real
see
Time
this?
magazine article.
Yeah. Do you see this watermark down here? Thank you very much, Time magazine.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
That dude's really real.
Right. Now, hold on. I want to show you the Medal of Honor one again, okay? Okay. Like, you
Fresh,
see this, right?
original.
You see his hat, his
Their location,
sunglasses,
Afghanistan.
the fucking
Does he have a beard?
scarf that he's wearing.
hat
Dude, what do you mean?
backwards.
Does he have a beard? Do you not see that?
I
fucking
thought maybe
beard
that
right
was.
there? Do I need to zoom in?
Yeah. I thought maybe
Do I
that
need
was
to
a
zoom in?
Do I
I
need to
thought-
zoom
I
in?
thought that was a
That's
shadow.
No,
Oh,
that's a
beard.
fucking
Oh,
beard.
you think there's a
Now
swarm
look
of
at him,
bees
right?
under him?
I see.
All right.
I see.
So then, Ed.
I
So
see.
then it's like, holy shit.
Go back to cowboy.
Holy shit. What the fuck is this, EA? What the EA?
Maybe.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Maybe that dude actually works for EA. And he's going undercover and doing like actual like research for the upcoming game.
Now, you know what? They better come out and be like, you guys got us. This is our correspondent for the game. We have like followed his story is a true Medal of Honor story. If they do something like that and it is actually like amazing in that sense, I'll be like, you got me. But this is funny shit, you
Dude,
guys.
that is straight up the same
And the
dude.
story actually talked about his missions in Afghanistan.
I mean, I imagine
Yes.
this guy. I bet Cowboy's a badass dude. Like, but
You actually missed. You don't even have the shot.
It looks almost exactly like it.
They
Yeah,
have a
dude.
shot of him looking over his shoulder exactly
yes.
like this dude.
I tried to
Exactly
find
like
the
him.
big version of it. I couldn't find the big version of it anywhere.
It'll be fun just
That
to
looks
show
like
Ed.
fucking Solid Snake right there. Shit. That looks like young Solid Snake with the beard.
There's the guards. He's got
I-
sneak
you know
peek
what?
in his
he
cardboard
is.
box.
He
I-
is.
I
They don't
think-
even see him there, dude.
I think you guys better be careful what you say about Cowboy because
He doesn't
No,
look,
no, 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 no.
someone I'd
Don't
want
get me wrong. I know that he's only capable of benching 15 pounds, but he does seem like a
Yeah.
badass, Hutch. He does seem like a fucking badass.
well, I mean, if you're gonna wear a beard like that in Afghanistan, like in Iraq, I guess there are parts of Afghanistan that are pretty fucking cold, but
No one has
I don't even know where Afghanistan is, dude.
oh my god,
If it has
dude.
a stand in it, I'm like, they're all the same to me.
Oh,
dude.
Dira says those were curls, Wheat. Well, you know what, girl? That's because I know jack dick about lifting weights, so you got me there. Sorry about that. I think that is hilarious. So no one has had an update. EA has said nothing.
Really?
And like that's
Did they call him out?
Talk
Did-
about
wouldn't be a big
Russian
deal if
Did
EA
somebody
said
call
based
him
it on
out
this.
about this?
Oh yeah, well, all the news stories.
We're like, hey,
Went-
what
showed
the fuck?
these
Why
two
are
shots
you,
next together.
Why are you fucking biting this dude's style?
I don't know. Do you think what if EA really did just rip it up? What if some guy was like, "I've got it. Here's
I mean,
my
do you think
guy."
someone in EA was like, "You told me you told me the shit was original"? You know, throw it out a window.
What are we gonna do now? Go find this guy. You know, like the bad news is like in a week we're gonna find out that like in some Black Ops mission he died with his whole team, and like they're like, fuck. No, we're really fucked.
No, we're gonna.
Bob,
we're gonna
Jesus.
They're gonna be like, Well, then we'll give you what you freaking want. It'll be like some chiseled like space marine or some shit. Here you go. You're gonna go freaking investigate all the shit we do. We'll give you what we're capable of.
So I think the question is when Medal of Honor comes out, I'm talking about it right now. So if you guys want to start right now, we will have a contest. Who has the best cowboy beard when Medal of Honor comes out?
All right.
So I'm just throwing it out there.
I could get
Dude, you'll totally win because like I'm part Cuban, so like I grow fucking just like this. Like,
Yeah,
Vato's logo. Same like you. You're part Mexican. Look at your beard.
We want to.
That's how it comes out.
You got to open it up to the audience.
Chin pubes.
So
yeah, flavor saver, dude. That's what you got. The flavor saver. So.
Dude, I went out in the cold this week. When you see the shit that like freezes on your beard, you're like, damn, there was like that much like liquid in it.
Who's gonna have the cowboy beard? I don't know.
I'll win. So
wait. Are you excited at all for it?
For the Medal of Honor reboot, I'll play it in a rental over a Saturday. Talk about it next Friday.
Oh shit! All right.
I mean, that sounds about right.
All right.
So poor
Dira, you can go downstairs. We'll
No.
grow that beard.
No.
So we're gonna compare.
Don't
Dira
grow
said
that
she felt like
beard.
that. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
You got an image in my head that I need to like clear out before I can move on. All right, lump of coal, PS3 lump of coal, but at least I got the PSP Go, right?
Of course, the greatest.
Now it's one thing.
Isn't that the lump of coal?
It's
actually?
one thing. It's one thing when we bitch about it.
It's about the size of a lump
It's
of coal.
another thing when the guys who actually make games bitch about the PSP Go. And I agree, it's coming out of someone important's mouth, but just be said that Forrest bitched about this a long time ago in the fact that the PSP Go, why is anyone going to spend $40 on a digital download or spend $40 and get the game in a box and an instruction booklet in the store? Mm-hmm. Why would I choose to go all digital and pay the same freaking prices? It makes no sense at all.
I just want to throw out here, like, do you ever Force? I mean, really, like, think about where we've come in all the thousands of years now that we've been. Okay,
I changed my mind this summer.
Why?
Xbox Live changed my mind this summer
About the Xbox Live arcade.
About wanting a box, about needing a box on my shelf.
Okay,
I don't want to download shit. I want to go buy it at a retail.
All right.
Well, now I don't mind downloading it.
Okay.
Fair. I like having a box. I like having.
All right,
but just let me tell you right now
that this guy doesn't.
No, there is not a chance in hell I will see Trials for $15 on Xbox Live Arcade or Trials for $15 at Best Buy and choose to download it instead.
You'd buy it, right?
There's no chance in hell I would download it versus buying it in a box with an instruction booklet.
Yeah.
It looks pretty on my shelf. In its new eco-friendly box.
All right. I mean, I just, we watch movies, we see television, and, like, the future involves, like, everything being data, whether Skynet is the end result or not. And I think that there are companies right now who, and even Nintendo, I believe, is one of them. Now, not necessarily doing it successfully, but in Japan, there's like a big digital download and like walk up to something and like plug your shit in and like, I want it now, get it now, here it is now type of a mentality. And so, like, while I can understand there's a lot of people, developers even, who are bitching about it, the bottom line is that don't fucking develop for it then. No one's forcing you to develop on a fucking thing that, honestly,
but that's
in a
what they're
lot of
saying.
cases...
People are choosing not to develop for
That is not true, dude, because the amount of shit that has come out on, like, the PSP store is fucking stupid.
Now,
and the
no one has come out
is,
with any hard numbers, but when it first came out, they were not selling any at all.
Guess what? The beauty is that they're all games that have already sold so much already.
Yeah,
so,
no one's paying $5 for Field Runners.
That's
honestly
totally not true. That's totally not true because now you could play that shit on your PS3. So now you're getting a digital download of fucking both a PSP and a PS3. It's not being a
Actually,
fanboy.
did you hear that came out today?
Dude,
yes, it's
to play
not.
the PSP minis on your PS3.
What? It's supposed to come out
It
soon?
is. It's out right
What
now.
about the
Next
fact
time
that
boot
you
up your
have
machine, you're
limited
supposed to get it.
space, though, in the long run to keep all this shit on? Like, don't you want to go back to it like a couple years down the line? And won't you have deleted it?
And you know what? If your house burns down and you lose everything, wouldn't you want to be able to fucking connect to a server and just get it that
just
way?
so you know, we're completely off topic.
Why?
Because he's talking about PSP minis. That wasn't even what we're talking about. We're
he's
talking
gonna
about
talk about resell.
the-
And it
we're,
being
no,
a
no, we're
digital
talking about
download,
the
but-
developers and the customer. The customer is not behind the PSP Go, and the reason why they're not behind it is because of the prices.
Which? Oh,
Me,
you? Okay.
customer meaning
The
me.
customer, the one person who has a PSP Go, right here.
John Burton, the head of Traveler's Tales, is the guy who originally brought up the story. So it was like a big
I know,
deal that
I
he
got
said
it,
it, but he's like, what is the point of paying $39.99 to download it? Or what's even worse is that Amazon, I don't ever pay $60. When's the last time you paid $60 for a $60 game? Or with not getting a $20 gift card back, or $10 off your next purchase, or buy two get one.
True.
I mean, and that doesn't happen. There's none of that shit going on in the PSP store, and it needs to start happening. I want to have that webpage that I update every day that says this game's on sale. Get it now for 99 cents, half off today.
Well, I mean, people, I think, we've seen that on the iPhone. So I think that's what people are trying to mimic, and that's good. It's just like WoW, okay? Make your MMO like WoW. That will at least let people, be like, oh, I kind of, same thing. Make your shit just like the iTunes
He basically
store.
came out and said, if they don't do it, the PSP Go will die. And I agree with it.
If they don't lower the prices?
Yes, that's what'll make me jump.
Yeah, they're going to
jump
have
ship.
to
See,
lower
the
the
problem
prices,
is
dude.
that this is definitely an opinion, even though it's not really done that great in Japan, is that, and I don't know.
Yeah, you said
what
they're a
sort of-
download hungry bitch. Why aren't they buying it? It's supposed to be like not that big a deal there either.
Well, I mean, that doesn't make them not download hungry bitches. I just don't know that anyone wanted a new PS. I got to think that it's probably games.
not only that, but who wants to pay $250? The same price.
I
For a
agree on
PSP
that
Go?
too. I agree
and
with that.
lose the ability.
$250?
Use the
Yeah.
ability to play shit.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot one last quick thing.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Oh, shit.
This is a piece that was not in the script. Okay.
It was not included.
So this was
Wow, that looks like
yeah.
a piece of pieces.
This was on the Medal of Honor website, right? And they released the announcement to this, I think, on like December 1st. And on December 5th, they updated their website, and what they had was it was the reaction to the announce of the new Medal of Honor is starting to come in. This is directly from their site. Here are some of the positive feedback we've gotten so far. All right, so I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what they've got to say, because I'm expecting like Brian Crescente or Cheapy D or like Epileptic. It's someone who's like saw this and it talked
Someone
about it,
worth the shit
whatever.
listening to their opinion.
So what we saw were things like this. This definitely has my interest piqued. It has a lot of potential to be something completely awesome. Comment by Rebellion_Reborn on G4 forums.
Fat Kid 66 says.
Exactly. The cover
I
makes
can't
me
wait.
wanna play
He
it,
looks
and
like my
badly.
uncle.
Far more than the actual game or team making. I just want to be that dude. Which is funnier. Comment by Darkness, my old friend, on Kotaku. I'm pretty excited to learn a little more about the game. Never been interested in Medal of Honor, really. Actually, no. More importantly, he says, never been interested in MOH, really. So uninterested that he knows the acronym to use and properly. But this has grabbed my attention for sure. Comment at Kotaku. I just thought it was hilarious. There's not a legitimate news
They just
source
go and snag
on
shit,
here.
dude.
They're just like, go, you intern, Jimmy, go find some good comments over on, hit that one fucking stupid one. That's
like just on the App Store. When's the last time you bought something because they put one of those
Yeah, well,
reviews?
you know what, guys? You know why they didn't put an EG365.net fucking one? Because everyone was like, this is horse shit. Get it out of here. Fuck it. All right.
Come back when you got something original.
All right.
All right.
It's you. It's you. Quick.
It's you. Hurry up, man. Let's talk about
Grand
this.
Theft Auto
Yeah.
bubble burst.
I
You think it's
so.
happened?
I absolutely.
Yeah, dude, it burst a long time ago.
Because they're talking about episodes from Liberty City did not do hot. That was supposed to be a big deal, kind of like a sequel to Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah.
Because Chinatown Wars tanked, Chinatown PSP tanked, and they're wondering, is Grand Theft Auto done with? They're really going to have to step it up with Part 5 because that whole company, Take-Two, revolves around that franchise, basically. That franchise probably supports all the other games that they make.
That was one of the smartest decisions that Microsoft made by far.
What?
Was it?
Well, we're losing money on all the customer service and all the support that we're having to dish out because of our 360s are dying. Let's go ahead and spend $50 million on the exclusive rights.
Downloadable content, and then it did terrible.
And then it did fucking horrible.
Bill Gates doesn't care.
And you know what? Rockstar is like,
what the fuck does he care?
we're going to go get 5 pounds, 5 kilos of cocaine, get a bunch of hot bitches, oil them up, and have parties until 2012 when we all going to die anyway.
The funny
Oh,
thing
we'll
is,
finish Red Dead Redemption first and beat a Raider.
Dude, Red Dead Redemption is
listen,
going to be fucking
here's
awesome,
what would blow
I
me
think.
away. I would totally agree with this heckling if it was the games are getting 6s and 7s, but they're always constantly 9s or higher. Constantly. Every Rockstar game in this Grand Theft Auto is always this shit's awesome, you must play it. And to see that it getting those terrible sales despite being rated so highly blows me away.
Someone will get that guy. Don't worry about him.
See you later, you
Well, but what do you think? I mean,
I think we're popular enough to get spammed like that.
Yeah. What do you think from are you did you play both of them? Did you?
I
play
didn't,
through
but
them?
I have a break
I had
coming
no
up, and one of the
desire
first
to,
things on my playlist
Is
is
actually
assuming I still have
It's-
any time
it's
left over from Dragon Age
From
Origins.
Dragon Age, dude, you're going to play
But I wanna try to
80
play-
hours of Dragon Age.
I want to try to play Ballad of Gay
of
Tony.
Gay Tony? Fuck that, dude. That shit.
Do you want to know why I want to play it?
It's to get you ready for Red Dead Revolver or Red Dead Redemption.
Because it's supposed to be fun. It's not as serious. It's we
Yeah,
give you
I've
fucking
heard that.
helicopters and
Yeah.
rocket launchers and parachutes and freaking we're all strip clubs and
I've
high life
heard that.
stuff. So I want to try
we'll
it.
See, I'm not excited. In case anyone was worried, especially Nice Guy Ed, Electronic Arts has stated that its relationship with Tiger Woods will remain unchanged.
Maybe not after today.
Why did
happened
another
today?
porn star mistress come out?
Yeah, no. Now the
And 10 illegitimate kids?
the madam, the Hollywood madam, came out and said that there was.
He was a customer at her brothel.
yeah, with some
Look,
girl, and
All right.
and he spent $60,000 on threesomes.
Tiger Woods
This is the deal.
is obviously
How-
addicted to sex.
Why are you who can be pissed at Tiger Woods for wanting to have a threesome?
They keep saying,
and
funniest
this
thing
is
that you
look,
never expect Tiger Woods to be that guy.
Pepsi dropped him. There's no longer Tiger.
so did
Gatorade.
Gillette.
No,
But-
no, that's not true.
There's no. They
That's
took
true.
his Gatorade.
No, go
Sponsorship, I
Go
thought.
read deeper into that because
Maybe
it was scheduled back in October for the Focus line of Gatorade to end, but it was Gatorade came
That actually
out.
wants me to start drinking Tiger
No,
Gatorade.
this
I
is the
totally
deal. This is
forgot
the
they had
deal.
the
If
Tiger fuel.
if Tiger
Go
was
look
on his
that up.
game,
Tigger.
he'd be like, "Look, I have 9 mistresses, and then I go home to my wife. Where the fuck do I get the energy to do it? Gatorade." They're gonna bank on that, dude.
It makes me want to try some. What I think
fuck.
he should do is he should just get like a Californication sitcom. David Duchovny was all addicted to sex, and he just went and made a sitcom about being addicted to sex.
I'm Tiger. I'm addicted to sex, and I play golf. It's going to be a funny comedy. It's
there
going to
isn't-
be
there really
right
hasn't been
after
a good-
2.5 Men.
He's gonna lose.
Has
a
there
lot
been
of
a good golf
sponsorships,
comedy?
But whatever.
I think the world's
I
ready for a
liked
good golf
Tin
comedy.
Cup.
No, not a
Caddyshack.
movie. Sitcom.
Has
We're
there
ready
been
for
a
it,
golf
dude.
sitcom?
We're ready for
no,
the Tiger
we're
mode.
not. No, we're not, dude. Get
Like
out of
Caddyshack.
Exactly.
Also, he is like
God.
the last person ever that you would expect to be like that guy. But it's that he is getting.
Yeah, dude.
Every
he's-
other story
he's
on
fucked,
TMZ
dude.
is about
He's
Tiger Woods.
fucked.
It's awesome.
He is fucked.
So Force put this in. So good job, Force. But I stole it.
I
Okay.
can't believe this is the one you got to hijack.
Xbox Live now offers avatars the ability to have virtual pets.
I bought one. I did.
So hold on,
I bought a dog.
For $4.
Oh my God,
you can have a
you
virtual
did.
shit
Holy
box.
shit.
I did. I bought
Oh
a
my
dog,
God. So
dude.
look, I was gonna get a cat.
$4 real dollars, not
So
like
what,
not like
dude?
magic coin money.
Hey,
This was
remember
$4
you
real
guys
dollars.
bitching about, hey, I buy a certain amount of points and then I have leftover
You have
points.
nothing to do with them. So you spent your
now you have
$4
something to do with your fucking leftover points.
Oh my God!
I got a dog.
Oh my!
I
God.
got a dog.
You bought.
What?
You are that guy.
What? I got a dog.
I'm so sad to see this shit exist, and then I see why.
Yeah, dude.
Because
what,
Ed will buy that.
what
shit.
else am I going to
Ed.
do with my extra points? We were just
Buy a
bitching.
rock
God,
band song in
dude, you know
anticipation
what?
of
I
getting it
really,
at some point.
you know what?
Get a
For-
theme. Get a,
so
get a-
badly, so badly. I want for the soundboard. We're being dominated because I would have spammed the shit out of that right now.
I want just one that says you are a dumbass. Can we just get one that says that? I'll spam the shit out of that.
We're
you are
being
a
dominated. All right.
I'm pissed, but this next story, this is the true story of the week.
You know you're
going to
get a
Live
cat.
Arcade.
Don't lie. You know you want a cat.
If it didn't cost $4, I would.
$4 real dollars, dude. Like I can't wrap my mind around that. You paid $4 human dollars for a freaking
money
virtual
is
cat.
expendable.
Hey,
it's money.
Forrest, what if they
I want
sent
your
you-
world. I
what
want
if-
money
what if-
is expendable.
Hey, hold on.
world.
Watch it. Watch it. Hey,
Dude, I'm so jealous.
What if they sent you a little mold of your animal
Zoe monkey
for
frame.
getting it?
Zoe
Then you would,
is the
wouldn't
name.
you?
What if like a real cat shows up on your doorstep? That's
Zoe
even
is the
better.
name of my virtual dog because it matches my real dog.
That would be so awesome, Playboy. If they're like, you need to be your.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Do you know in Dragon
the
Age?
Jack-
$5. $5.
Xbox sales in Japan would fucking fly through the roof.
Honey.
They'd feel like they're taking care of a real pet.
Honey, I'm on a trip, but can you go buy some more points? I bought it like 32,000 points the other day. I put them right under. Yeah, that's where they go. Go feed Fluffy. Go feed Fluffy right now. Don't let my virtual pet.
I bet Dira's listening, and I guarantee, guys, she's stoked I bought the dog. So.
She just sits there and stares at it running around your feet.
What sucks is
guys like,
what pissed me off about the dog is I thought the dog would constantly be there, but this is what happens. Your avatar goes like this, and your dog appears, and it's there for a few minutes, and then it disappears again.
What? You don't even get your dog
What?
full
Yeah,
time?
you don't,
paid-
dude.
You got
$4
screwed in
for
a
that. You
custody
paid
battle.
$4.
I did, dude.
for
I
that.
got owned. I got owned.
Does-
I got owned.
Do you,
so.
who is Dira's avatar on the same 360?
Yeah. I don't know. Does she get the
Split
dog?
No,
with
she
the dog.
cannot play with your dog unless she wants to pay $4 freaking dollars for it.
Hey, a thing pops up. It looks like you earned an achievement, but it says spend another 200 points. To have your
It's
dog
not
all
review
the
time yet. We still have more news.
We
Yes,
are-
we
we're
were
almost
being
done.
gone for 2
Dumbass.
weeks.
All right, this is awesome. This
We
is a
got-
great
okay.
one to end. All right, and
Wait,
then we got
no.
reviews.
Wait,
there's 2 stories.
Listen, I know this is totally off subject, but
Oh,
Ed,
we did.
in Dragon Age Origins, who's your first party member?
Boy, I don't fucking even remember. I know I get the witch.
Well, my first party member was a dog.
Oh, mine was a dog
A
too. I got
dog
a
that
dog.
you level up. I'm like, that is so stupid.
Do
these
you
virtual
use the
dogs.
dog?
And the next thing I know, I have a freaking. I don't
Dude.
want to like discuss the combat abilities of the dog.
Dude,
I just
the
can't
dog
believe I have
owns.
to deal with another virtual
the
dog. in
dude, the
same
dog
week.
has an ability
That's
that he
awesome.
howls. He has
It
a
knocks,
howl,
stuns all the
and
enemies.
it
I
stuns
know,
all the
I know,
enemies,
I know.
dude. The fucking dog's the fucking G unit in that game.
2009 is nearly over, and in just a moment, we're actually going to be bringing Scan on. He's been helping us organize the 2009 Game of the Year awards, and we'll talk about that.
Dude,
in
can
just
I
a
just
moment.
give quick props to Destructoid? Did you see their game of the decade?
What was it?
Shadow of Colossus, dude. I'm like, that's
Dude.
a title I could support
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
Nice.
That game's so dope.
I did hear that they did the
Top
instead
50
of doing
of the
like,
decade,
yeah,
the
that
10
was pretty
countdown.
good.
It was pretty detailed.
It's pretty good. It's too bad they can't be 100% like that all the time.
Danny, I'm gay for Manchester United.
2009 is nearly over, but that's not stopping companies from looking ahead to 2010. It's very important. And one particular company is already claiming victory. That's right. In 2010, we will see Mass Effect 2. We will see Final Fantasy 13 and all of its offshoots. We'll see Castlevania Lords of Shadow, God of War 3, Gran Turismo 5, StarCraft 2, Crackdown.
StarCraft 2.
What? Yeah. What? Oh, you're like reinforcing it? Yeah. Crackdown 2.
StarCraft
Bring,
2.
StarCraft 2, APB, BioShock 2, Epic Mickey, The Last Guardian, StarCraft 2, and that's just naming, like the games I can remember. There's probably doesn't Alan Wake, Microsoft's own game?
Yes, that one also comes out.
Xbox executive Aaron Greenberg went on record to say, Ed, and I fucking quote Aaron right here.
All right, let's.
Halo Reach will be the biggest game of 2010.
That scared me for a second. He has thrown down the mic and
it will, dude.
Ready to walk
will.
off.
Watch. It will.
Really?
You think so?
Really?
Especially when I thought freaking ODST was pretty good.
Look, Halo Reach is going to do so good. They're going to be like.
Well,
now I feel like I just need to throw down my mic,
dude. All those games I just listed.
ODST really didn't fail. ODST was fun for what it was.
I thought it was good. I'm surprised it didn't do better. It
ODST
definitely means that you cannot make a statement like this. You can't do that anymore, Halo.
I know they can't, but it's gonna fucking do very well. I guarantee you.
Let me tell you, when you hear this statement, him being all cocky like this, doesn't it kind of make you want to see the reveal tomorrow? Pray for some game footage.
You know what? I believe
it's supposed to be the debut of the new engine.
That tomorrow, Aaron Greenberg is going to come out on that stage and he's going to say, the other day I said that this was going to be the biggest release of 2010. Tonight, I am happy to inform you that the release of Halo Reach will come out on 100 DVDs because this is the biggest release of 2010.
Thank
you.
Literally, in file size, it is
I'm
the
buying
biggest
Reach
game of
day
2000.
one.
I'm not saying I'm
Are
not
you
too,
gonna buy it day one?
But would you make the claim of game of the year?
I
This early in the show?
I wouldn't say this early in the show. For 2010, no. If it was coming out, maybe.
This list that was just read.
Well, I know, dude. There's a
You
lot of
can't even
fucking
tell
great
me-
games coming out.
I don't
We
even
Fit
believe
Plus
for a
2
second.
will come out and beat it.
I don't believe you for a second that it is
No.
even in your top 5
right now,
from this list.
Right now, it's not. Right now, it's
I
not.
know
If I
it's
looked
not
at this
mine.
list, it probably wouldn't
But
be.
I think
And-
I think it will be the Call of Duty
and
killer
J-Mac,
on the 360.
see,
I think it will be the Call of Duty killer for sure.
the thing is that do you really think that Halo Reach
I
will be
think
bigger
Call of
than
Duty
Call
4
of Duty?
is still. Call of Duty 4 was gigantic up until the release of Call of Duty 6. It stole the
I don't
Halo
think it
bubble.
can.
I think they're ready for the
don't know.
hardcore, realistic, in your face, blow shit up, frenetic shit.
You know
Not
what?
That Halo's not big, but
Isn't Halo Reach going to be like a team-based game, like even
we can't
squad?
even. It might be.
Is it going to be squad
Is
based?
it going to be Modern Warfare?
I think it's going to be
Modern Warfare-ish?
Like classes?
no,
With Halo?
no, I don't.
There's no classes?
Oh, I think they would be smart as hell to make it like that, to put perks, to do all that. If
Oh,
they
yeah.
did that, I would not be on the side of fuck this. They copied Modern Warfare. That would be the smartest fucking thing that they could do because you know what? That'd get me to play it.
Yeah.
That
But
would make me not
need to
laugh
think.
right now.
Do you really honestly believe it has a shot in hell,
No.
regardless of what they add to it, of beating StarCraft 2?
Oh. I thought you were just going to say Modern Warfare 2 because I don't think it can even be
I
that.
think StarCraft 2 is just going to be like
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
Yeah. StarCraft 2 is going to be mind-blowing.
I mean, it'll set PC records, like, undoubtedly.
I like Man City too, Danny, just so you
I
know.
mean, because the thing is that StarCraft 2 on a global level.
That's
will,
what I was
like-
thinking. Worldwide, it will kill.
You know, like, what was it? What Modern Warfare 2 was that game that came out and, like, blew everything records away. I think that StarCraft 2, absolutely. What I'm not sure about StarCraft 2 is what it's doing on a if it's coming out localized simultaneously.
world release. Like, you
I
think
would
we're going
hope
to get
to
it for a
hell.
while?
But I don't think it'll matter.
It'll be stupid to not give it the Koreans the same day as us.
Oh, they might get it before us. Dude.
They
Who
probably
knows?
have it right now.
We might be ordering
They're
their
probably
version, so-
playing it right now.
All right, I know that we don't have that much time left on the show. So, guys, we are going to have to get this going. That was a lot of news. We had a lot of catching up to do. Before we actually move on to our game reviews, real quickly, we're going to have Scan on. And let me get Scan up in here right now. And Scan is coming on to talk a little bit about what we're doing for Game of the Year because we are going to try to get everyone involved. And we got Scan on the line right now. Scan, what's up?
How you doing, everyone? So should I just wrap stuff up or what?
Yeah. So, well, basically, I've got something that we'll play here in just a moment. But Scan's been helping out. First off, big props to him for helping out with all the Game of the Year stuff. I know that a lot of people have submitted suggestions, and we've never really formally done this before. We've actually just kind of been like, this is my Game of the Year. Here it is. But this time, we're gonna kind of mix things up, and we're gonna actually make it count for something. So I don't know. Go ahead, Skin.
Are we going to give each other awards?
No.
Here's your award,
Okay.
Wheat, for declaring this. Are we going to mail the
All right.
company's awards?
No.
So far, I've created a topic on the forums on EG365 about people nominating what they want for their Game of the Year to be.
Right.
I'm taking every game into consideration at this point. So far, 43 games have been nominated.
Fuck, dude.
I actually need a refresher because I forget the shit that came
This
out
is good. This
in
is why
February,
we're going to do
March.
this.
There's
This is why
43
everyone
games.
needs a refresher. So this is exactly why.
The plan is that I'm going to create 3 different polls after tonight's show. There are 3 different categories for the overall Game of the Year because on the forums there was a bit of a debate about this, about how so many of the dominant games this year are sequels and such, and about how a lot of downloadable games also wouldn't be able to really measure up in a one-on-one contest against, say, an Uncharted 2 or a Modern Warfare 2. So there are 3 categories being voted on. Number 1 is overall Game of the Year. That's just, I'm creating a poll, putting every game into that's being nominated, and everyone gets 1 vote that goes on the forums and votes for that category. The second category is only for new IPs, only games that are completely new, fresh, and original that came out this year. Games like Arkham Asylum, like Demon Souls, BlazBlue, whatever you call it, Borderlands, Infamous, games that we haven't seen before on the market, so that they get a fair chance to be recognized as well. Because honestly, there are so many games this year that end in the number 2 that are going to be in the top 4 or 5
which is crazy,
games of the year. And the third category is just downloadable games. Games like Battlefield 1943, like Shadow Complex, Flower, Fat Princess. Games that really wouldn't be able to hold their own against these other games. But I am making the 2 major distinctions for how games can be nominated. If you're in the original IP category, you can't be in the downloadable content category. Those have to be 2 separate categories. You're in one or the other. And I've separated them.
Well, I'm confused because isn't the majority of downloadable content first time?
Well, right, but it's so.
I mean, I don't want to see Shadow Complex have to go up against.
It's not
Infamous.
Exactly it. Shadow Complex
which
is
is
going to be
why
going
I'm
up against like
separating.
Flower.
Okay.
I'm letting Shadow Complex fend against things like Battlefield 1943 and Fat Princess and Flower.
We'll keep all
as
the
opposed to
downloadable
competing against UFC 2009 or Borderlands.
Right.
Okay.
And what the plan is that once the top 5 games for the overall Game of the Year are voted on, what the top 5 everyone vote on are, I'm going to hand those 5 games over to you guys. And you guys are going to rank those games from 1 to 5. Game number 1, let's say someone says game number 1 is Uncharted. For you, you're giving that game 5 points. Whatever you give number 2, you'll give
basic,
4
like a point system, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever game you guys give the highest points total to will be the overall Epileptic Gaming Game of the Year.
All right, dude. Sounds good. Sounds like there's a formula in place, but what?
There's another Game of the Year too.
Okay.
Right?
Well, whatever game is number 1 on the user's vote is also going to be considered the Epileptic Gaming Community's Game of the Year. So we're going to have your guys' opinion.
Technically, if you guys ever got on the forums, you could go and vote there too and get in twice.
We already know that Uncharted 2 is not going to win Game of the Year if it's our combined score.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We know it.
It makes me want to like super lowball whatever he considers his first.
Man, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Modern Warfare 2 was good, but I'm giving it a 1, dude.
I'm gonna fuck this game this year. All right. Well,
I wouldn't
awesome,
give Modern
dude.
Warfare a 10, dude. Fuck that or a 5.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what the results are going to be. So, yeah, right now, in fact, are you done with nominations now? Are they over with? Scan?
No, I'm letting people get onto the forums for however long the show remains on. I'm letting people, now that I've announced it, I want people, if there are any games that haven't shown up yet. There's one game in particular, I'm not saying what it is, that hasn't been nominated, that I'm shocked that it has not been nominated. And it's a console game, and it's a big console game.
So, Forrest, you better, and Ed, you better go on here tomorrow.
I'm right here.
And actually,
right
well, I think it has to be like by tonight, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Where is it at?
Is
it under show and host discussion?
When's the cutoff?
The cutoff is right after the show ends tonight.
Is it under polls?
You know what? You can't let that one go unnominated, dude.
Go back, Ed. I saw
Where is it?
polls as a category.
What's it under?
Scan.
Yes.
You can't. I don't know that you can let that one for a couple certain individuals
go down.
But I don't know. I mean, fair enough.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? Did I tell you?
I think you told me.
I think I did too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't see it here.
So
the name of the forum is EG Game of the Year Noms. Is the name of the thread topic that I started.
And it's under show and host discussion?
I think it's actually just under general gaming discussion.
On eg365.net.
On eg365.net.
Yes.
Sign up if you haven't. Plug the website. Do it now.
So yes, and go check that out. Get your vote in quick, and then of course the polls will be up, and that will be pretty much until Wednesday, right? Wednesday's what you said.
Here's what I'm doing so far as the polls are concerned. The polls will technically be up and through next week's episode. However, I'm doing that to keep the results of the polls a secret from everyone.
You're on the right thread.
A secret from, except for you guys. I want it to be a surprise for the audience. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping them hidden for an extra 3 days after Wednesday. So technically speaking, you're going to be able to vote after Wednesday afternoon.
Right.
But I will not tally those votes.
Okay, got it. All right, fantastic. Well, Scan, thank you very much for all your hard work. Make sure that you go and check it out. I think on that thread, Ed, that you're looking at, there's like a link back to where the nominations are.
Okay.
Because you're looking at that's an update on how everything is working, and it's all right there, right on eg365.net. So, Scan,
all the nominations, I've listed them all out near the bottom of the thread.
Okay, so they've all been listed out apparently, Ed.
Yeah.
You just got to find that nomination thread.
Dude, can I just say
There it is.
Battlefield
It's that one right
1943?
Yeah, I got it.
What? Oh, there's a lot of games on there, dude.
Bullshit, dude.
Oh,
I call bullshit on that
dude.
title.
Fear 2. I mean,
not that it wasn't
on.
good, but it shouldn't even be in our end of the year discussions.
Dude, what are you talking about? Fear 2. I'm so excited to give that one the 5.
Fear 2. Are you being serious right now?
List, okay.
Fear 2.
I thought you were keeping your secret about how much time you actually played that game.
All right, I'm fucking around. All right, Scan, thank you very much. We're going to get to our reviews. And if you have any questions, I'm sure you could just fire off a PM or in that thread to Scan, and we'll make sure those get answered. But maybe we'll actually be able to give out a copy or two of the actual Game of the Year to people who don't have it.
Quake Live, did you put that one on there?
I did not. Frog did.
No, that was actually in the first reply.
Fords did actually. So, all right, Scan. Thank you very much, and of course we'll be getting updates. And I appreciate all your help, dude.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So could the EG community theoretically just like all get on there and vote Barbie's Horse Adventures and like
they
would be
could
forced to vote that as
theoretically,
one of our
and
top
then
5.
we would have to rank that. But hopefully that will actually not happen. And I do have to thank Scan for what he did. He even has this
What's Ed
little
gonna do?
video for us.
Ed's gonna be like, well, this review sounded good, so I'll give this one a 2. This
sorry.
Horse was pretty excited about that one, so maybe a 1.
I don't know.
I played this one 5.
What?
Nope.
I don't know. I mean, honestly,
I imagine the ones that make the
he's
top
the wild
5
card, too.
The ones that make the top 5. I
You've
guarantee
played?
I've played them all.
Awesome.
Think so?
I bet so.
Awesome, dude.
I bet I do.
I bet you there'll be 1 or 2. I bet you there'll be 1 or 2. All right.
Tony Hawk's not on here. Is the one I think maybe he's
Dude,
talking
I'm thinking about
Is
getting
Ride
it.
not on here?
I'm not getting Tony Hawk's.
Okay,
Ride.
let's.
'Cause it's getting good reviews. And it's
You
cheap.
guys, there's 30 minutes.
10 minutes a game.
Oh, and I see what
Oh
else.
my
is
Oh no,
God,
actually,
isn't
God of
here.
War 1 and 2. Should we start that off? Then let's Left 4 Dead 2. then let's end with-
DJ Hero's not on there either.
You gotta mention DJ Hero, don't you?
That was Scan. I didn't even choose the music. Look at that. That's great.
Oh, that's pretty good.
2009.
Where's that music from? I've
Game
heard
of the
that
Year.
music before.
It's piano. It's in DJ Hero. Didn't you say that just 2 seconds ago? So that's next week. EG365.net. A Scan. Thank you again for all of your help. And now we will move on. We will start with God of War. Are you ready?
Sure.
Dude, take it away.
It's
Ed.
got to go
been
quick.
A long time. Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so God of War 1, really fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game.
Dude, Ed, so
God of 2, it was the bee's knees.
Did you feel a little stupid that you were like, "Oh my god, these games are so awesome," or were you just like,
"No, you know what? I felt fortunate that I waited, because what happens is they do not redo any of the cut sequences in HD. It's only gameplay. Like actual gameplay or game in the in-game.
So you see full motion video, you can see what the original video looked like.
And like seeing what the original video looked like, I'm like, man, dude, this looks awful. But when I'm playing it in HD and I'm just fucking shit up and like I'm just ripping people apart and pulling off heads and fucking shoving my freaking blades through Medusa and like using my analog stick to like rip off her head. I was like, dude, this is the fucking shit, dude. I love it. And I remember when we did our Call of Duty game, you're like, what other game immerses you like this into a video game, right? You might have said first-person shooter. Like, what other first-person shooter immerses you like this? And when I was playing God of War, that kept running in my mind. And it was like, dude, clearly God of War is the game that fucking immerses you
in the world,
into the game, into the world, and makes you feel like you're like what you're doing actually like matters in the gameplay. You know, it's not like set up for you.
Oh, we were talking about that with Dragon Age. So we're talking about how if that throws you in, can you screw up the world? But God of War.
What I'm saying is like your real time sequences and shit like that. Like,
did you like those?
Yeah, dude, I fucking loved them.
That scene. God.
So
thank all the freaking games that just have those every 5 seconds nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
God of War.
It
looked good. I went over to Ed's house, and you forget because it's been so long. But God of War, you know, that whatever dragon attacking the boat, that monster attacking the boat, that whole beginning sequence, you were like, damn, this was how the series started. It's always
you're like, from beginning to end, it's like constant fucking action, and you're like, holy shit, dude.
This is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I'm totally asking for this for Christmas. And one of the reasons why I'm excited is not only to play it again, but I know that my kid will love this game.
Oh yeah, dude.
What?
I don't know.
Is that why that I come over here and you guys are always sitting there playing No Russian together?
What?
Yeah, no shit. it is pretty mature.
This will be the new family time game.
And I like that about the game. I like the threesome scene in the second game.
Boobies.
Yeah, and you know what happened?
Yeah.
I was really bummed at because in the first one, like the cutscene shows the boobies, and I was like, dude. Fuck,
that was the first time I've ever seen that in a video
dude,
game.
How lame. Like, these pixelated boobies. I wish they would have fucking redone the cutscenes in HD. But then it goes into gameplay, and they're all, like, smooth and round and firm and plush looking. And they're like, come to bed, Kratos. And you're like, yeah, dude. This guy is the greatest fucking video game hero, anti-hero, whatever you want to call him. He's so badass. Like, he has just indiscriminate like disregard for human life. Like, the gods need a sacrifice. I'm gonna push you in a cage into this fire, and fucking you're gonna eat shit.
It's still, I mean, not to like change the subject, but I just keep thinking about the demo that we played of God of War 3 and how he is just freaking brutal. We were talking about how that game. Get ready! Oh my god!
Yeah,
this is the most brutal scene I've ever seen
in the demo. Like, yeah,
there is so
that part in that demo
when
you and Helios, and you're like, I'm like, watch this, dude. This is like probably the most violent thing I've seen in a video game for a long time, and it really is pretty violent. It's fucking awesome.
That's one of the things that I always loved about God of War for sure.
And in God of War 1, you know, I loved the god powers. And I didn't upgrade all of them. I basically upgraded like the Zeus one and ultimately, like you find all the
you're missing out
unlocks.
on a trophy.
No. I ultimately did get them all done. Because, like, there's a room that you can open up that gives you, like, the rest of the fucking experience points to level them all up. But I really didn't use them all. I used, like, Poseidon's Rage, and I used Hades, like, the minions of Hades, and just fucked people up with that shit, pretty much.
No Medusa's head?
No, I didn't use it that much.
Stone them and then break them?
Yeah. So when I got into God of War 2, and there wasn't really the god powers, like, you didn't really get the awesome god powers, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But then as I got into the game, I was like, dude, I thought God of War 2 was going to be a letdown from when I first initially started playing it. But as I got into it and as I finally beat it, I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome.
Dude.
Like, this
blows horses.
Blows God of War 1 out of the
scenes.
water, dude. Yeah, the, like, flying around and all that
Hell
shit
yeah,
was
dude.
fucking incredible. So then, after I beat God of War 2, I was like... I got to try the God of War 3 demo. And it fucking picks up right where God of War 2 ends. Like, you are on Mount Olympus. The fucking Titans
you want to play
are
the collection again, too, just to be ready
the
for part
Titans
3.
are fucking climbing up the mountain. You're fucking leading the charge. Fucking... And you're like, why, playing it playing the 1 and 2, it really makes me look forward to playing 3 because I feel like I'm now ready for the next part. Like the story is fresh.
What are we?
The story
is
is
how the boobies have been redone.
Yeah, the story is
comparisons.
It's
dude,
the booby
okay?
comparison, but the story is fresh in my mind.
Yes,
I'm like,
the demo's on the disc, right?
Yeah, the God of War 3 demo is on the disc. So
right now, I thought you got like a downloadable code, but no, you get it right.
You get it right away, dude, with your purchase. So and I cannot believe how fun that shit was, and I'm so excited for God of War 3 to come out, especially after playing the demo, because there is some fucking dope shit that you do in that demo.
Let me just ask you this: like, if you had played these two games back on the PS2, would you have purchased the PS3 earlier, knowing that God of War was like?
No, I probably would have waited until God of War was coming out.
Well, you didn't wait for Last Guardian.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's why I said he bought it, dude.
Yeah.
After seeing that trailer,
Yeah,
for
after
Last
seeing
Guardian,
the
I
Last
was like, I gotta get
Guardian,
it now.
but I, because I thought God of War was just like a hack and slash, like a typical hack and slash, and it's way far and above just your typical hack
Especially
and
the story, dude.
Yeah, and the story is
like
fucking
no fucking
awesome,
around,
dude.
Yeah.
And after playing this,
Did you know isn't it by the dude who did not Twisted Metal, APB, that Calling All Cars? I forgot, but Dave Jaffe left for Part 3. Part 3 is made by a different team.
Really?
I'm excited to see what this guy does next.
It looks so hardcore. The thing is now, after playing this, I cannot wait for them to redo Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes. It looks good.
Especially Shadow,
really
dude.
good.
Especially
If they
Shadow
did
of the
this for
Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh my
man.
Like,
awesome.
game over, dude.
That'd
like,
be awesome.
fucking, it will be awesome if they do it. And they're talking about doing it, right? There's
The guy that created it said he wanted it done.
yeah, dude, and it would be so fucking
Well,
kick ass.
I'm very excited that you finally got a chance to play those games. That I mean, like as like one of your gamer buddies, like
you're like sweet.
Yeah,
and I'm glad I waited because in
Yeah.
HD, the blood and the gore is just so crisp and clean and awesome looking.
I definitely look forward to playing that one again.
So,
thank you. Left 4 Dead 2. I'll let you start.
Start it off.
What?
I don't know. I was just trying to think, like, what's a clever segue to go into Left 4 Dead 2 other than saying it was something I'd been waiting for. I was not one of those guys who was going to boycott it. I want my expansion pack. I was ready for another sequel. I liked Left 4 Dead 1. I wanted to see it in new settings. I wanted to see what they'd add to the game. And at first I was a little hesitant when they started bragging about this Left 4 Dead 2 is going to be all daylight. We're going to show you true horror in the daylight too. And I was kind of like, bullshit. Call them bullshit. You're not going to be able to create that kind of tension that you did without, constant darkness and cramp levels. And I was really surprised by how well they used their setting in the game. Putting it in the bayou, instead of where our first one took place in a generic city, it really changed the feel of the gameplay. And I like that. And this game is all about refinement. There really isn't huge changes from part 1, they've just taken everything about part 1 that made it solid.
Can I
and add to it.
I want to insert my first comment here. As a guy who's not a big fan of this series, I feel like if this would have been the first game,
you maybe would have been more excited for part 2 when it came out.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
See, I played the demo, and after playing the demo, I had no interest in playing the actual game. I thought it was pretty lame.
I mean, the thing is,
you got to be ready for a different type of game. This
it's
isn't
so
we're going to
fast,
create an
dude.
ultra-realistic
It's so
world
fast.
and set you
Like,
in the
I
story.
feel like you're moving in fucking ultra speed.
And that's how it is. Dude, if we lived in frickin', the Dawn of the Dead remake zombies, 28 days later, where they're running at you, dude, that's what the shit's going to be like, dude. They're going to be coming running right at you.
Zombies don't run.
They're infected,
in this world,
dude.
they do.
They're infected. They're
and if we lived in that world,
think about if you,
this is what it'd be like, dude.
Dead, and you got rigor mortis.
No,
and death is setting in.
You need to listen to Colin Brawl more often. But
I
these
guess
are
so.
infected. We've had this debate many a time.
And they do enough in the story. It's funny because this game really has no true story. It kind of tells little hints of a story
Which was like
throughout
totally
the level.
disappointed for me. Because
It is, but it's still
the characters are awesome.
And you
it's
see the way that they talk. When you see them talking, even though you're moving around controlling your character, but he's still delivering his lines, was sweet. I think they had a chance to really take the story up a notch. But the story's still on the side in this game. But it doesn't really matter because the game is all about, can you survive the situations we throw at you?
Can you do it? Thanks.
And they find some pretty clever situations to throw at you that really make shit pretty tense. And I like that there's some of the changes in it, in that it's not constantly get from point A to point B. The very first level ends with collecting all that gasoline in the mall. And I was like, dude, I really dig this. This is a totally different type of gameplay.
Yeah.
And that even leads into their new mode. The scavenger mode is basically that stage set in all the others, where you have to collect 16 gas tanks to win the stage. And I really dug that mode. We didn't get a chance to play it together because of time and all the freaking bazillion other games that came out. But I think that that's a nice twist, too, to the original story. What I will say, though, is that some of the problems that I had with Part 1 still exist for Part 2, in that the lobby, the menus that surround the actual game still feel kind of weak. We bitched about the fact that we couldn't talk during load screens. The load times are still way too long.
Oh, my God, dude.
It's miserable.
They're
so long, and that's when you want to chat.
That exactly. I'm like, that was the other thing. This game to me is really kind of just kind of fucked up. I don't get why I just don't like it that much. I can't figure it out. I can't understand it. But it is little things like that. I want to talk to Mike about how, oh my God, that was actually really cool. Fuck, I can't.
Cut off. Yep. I'm talk to you in a few minutes.
Fuck. No party chat.
That sucks. Well, another one of the things that I don't like about that carries over from the first one.
It has. Don't get me wrong, Ed. It has chat,
but not during
when we're in lobby.
sequences.
But the game ends, which would be you're back in a lobby. It's just loading or whatever, and
it cuts you off when it goes to the next load screen. Another thing that I don't like about it that I feel really throws you off is they still tell you about the game through throwing huge glows around your characters. So if your guy's being puked on and guys are about to jump him, he highlights green and you can see his glow green through all the walls, and it really takes you out of the atmosphere that they try to create when you see these weird goofy arcadey glows around everyone. I wish there was a better way to indicate shit that was going on in it. I understand in the terms of the game you need to know where the dude is to save him, because your game's over if your partner's not there. And that's another thing about this game, too, is that you got to play with people who know what they're doing. I mean, honestly, sometimes it was better to let the NPC play than play with another player, because you are so reliant on each other. You can't go running off on your own, or you are screwed in this game. And this game really promotes teamwork. Unlike any other game, if you really want to get hardcore into this game and try to beat that game at some of the higher levels, you have to have airtight communication and be with people who are on their game at all times.
And that is totally who this game is for. Those 4 guys that want to go that deep into it, because I gotta tell you, I guarantee you right now, I am not pulling an Assassin's Creed here. I will not buy Left 4 Dead 3. I just there's just I really can't find that same level of excitement and
it sucks to hear you say that because you were like, this game has everything I like. Why don't I like it more?
Hard Rain was fucking like
that
I know
rain stage was freaking
that was
sweet.
bomb, but it's just like it's kind of like I guess it's kind of like watching a 2-hour movie and like there being that one cool 30-second fight scene. There was that one cool 30-second fight scene.
What I think will happen is, Modern Warfare 2 is going to wear off.
I don't think it
because people are hitting it so hardcore, and that's kind of what happened with the last Left 4 Dead, in that I really didn't appreciate it till a long time later.
Graphically, it
when
doesn't
I went
look
back
that
and
good
understood.
either.
Valve needs a new engine.
Actually, yeah, but there's still some sweet gore, dude. I'm
sure there is, but we've played games
it suffers.
that right
it suffers
now
but we don't have any that throw this many people at you.
Yeah,
constantly with 4 people going around and this much shit coming at you. It's different.
Realism modes is apparently no glows.
Yeah, there is no glows in realism mode. No indications of where any health packs are. It's different.
That's what I think he was saying about if you want to get into that.
But
shit.
realism mode is almost too hardcore. Like I still want an indicator. I just wish it wasn't so pull you out of the game.
Right.
Another thing about this game too that sucks is that multiplayer matches still take for frickin' ever, because you have to play through all 5 chapters.
Right.
Twice.
Right.
Twice.
What do you mean twice?
You have to play through it as the survivors.
Oh,
then
really?
you play through it and you play the infected, and the other team is the survivors.
Oh, right.
So you basically have to try to stop them from getting from point A to point B, and then do the same thing. Your mission is to get from point A to point B.
That could take you
hours. An hour for a match.
Yeah.
An hour for a match.
Oh, that's not okay with me.
So, they offer you a ton of other modes, but the main meat and potatoes multiplayer mode still has a tendency to take forever. Most people don't make it through all of them. That's why the game is designed for you to just walk away at any moment.
Right.
And the NPC will take over because it takes so long. But it still sucks because you want to see it through to the end. And a lot of times I didn't. I know the first 2 or 3 stages really well.
Right.
But
So,
4 and 5, not as much.
In the grand scheme of all the stuff that, that has come out.
Here's the question. Is it better than Modern Warfare 2? No. It's not better than Modern Warfare 2. Does it feel that need that I have to kill zombies? Yes, it does.
Okay.
And I like it because I told you I can't sit and play Modern Warfare 2 like you can for hours on end. And it's a change of pace
if a Nazi Zombies game came out that had the Modern Warfare 2 level up mechanic, would you just be like, you know what, Left 4 Dead, it was fun, but sorry?
If Nazi Zombies 2 came out and they're like, this is the exact same game you played on the last COD, but it's just 4 new maps, I'll pay $60.
So that's not even fair.
It's a no-brainer, dude.
Okay.
A no-brainer.
And
they could rob me blind on that one, dude.
What's so messed up about this game is that I actually feel bad how much I don't like it, because I know how
it makes
much
me
Force
makes me sad that he doesn't.
Because
like
usually
it
this would be like, this is the game where just fucking totally.
Because I want
just
co-op. I'm a bigger fan of co-op than I am of killing other people.
I got last night. We finished. Happy to say that at least I played through it. Although it was a little.
I did. I forced him through every chapter, guys.
Last night, all I wanted to do was it didn't even need to be Call of Duty, dude. I was actually getting really itchy once I found out you were beating Demon Souls. I was getting really itchy.
You're like, I want to play that shit, huh?
I'm like,
are you going to play it tonight?
I'll play a little. What?
Are you going to play it tonight?
I don't know. I was getting ready to start Saboteur, just to at least check it out.
Make sure you allot yourself some time that you're going to sit and actually play the game.
I just want to say that Left 4 Dead 2, Modern Warfare 2, Assassin's Creed 2. I'm missing the shitload. I've beat everything. Nothing has made me feel better about beating it than Uncharted 2, Ratchet and Clank.
Then what?
Than beating Demon Souls. It's the most satisfying game experience I've had.
That's awesome.
Walking away from being I feel like the shit for owning this game. Yes. And that was only the first playthrough.
If Saboteur requires 2 hours off the bat, I cannot guarantee that game will get me in, because everything that people say that game is, totally, they're like, oh, it's like this and this and this, and then they name 3 games that I totally can't stand.
And Saboteur is one of those where I'll have to be bored before I go play it.
It looks really nice.
I thought Avatar was going to be that game, and we'll talk more about it next week. But it's tough for anyone to compete with
Avatar.
It's tough for games to compete with Modern Warfare 2. right now to make you, because no matter what I
Want to play it.
yeah, no matter what I play, I still know I'm going to play at least 30 minutes. Not an hour,
see,
Modern
that's
Warfare
what
2.
I've heard, Jordan. That it's GTA occupied France. So
That actually is
I don't know if I
appealing
can
to
do
me.
that. But
I'm pissed about the nudity. Like, I
No,
almost
you
want to
have to-
boycott the goddamn game because I have to pay money for the nude code.
So I'm not even going to give Left 4 Dead a score because, I also work with a couple guys for us where they are just crazy into the game. They're still, in fact, they have not got 2 yet. They're like, we'll get 2 and we're
They
done
play
with 1.
so much, yeah.
And it's like, dude, you're hardcore. You are crazy. And they're like, yeah.
I will
we
tell
like
you guys,
it,
there were still a shit ton of people playing part 1. I mean, this is a game that has a community behind 2 million copies in 2 weeks.
Big community.
It's huge. 2 million in 2 weeks on 360 when this is so PC. I mean, that's big. I liked it.
Yeah, the nude code does come with the game, by the way.
Yeah, if you buy it.
Oh, you want
I'm
to
not
rent
going
it?
to pay $60.
I got
Saboteur is not a $60 game. I'm sorry,
See,
Pandemic. I liked you once.
That's smart.
But that's not a $60 game.
I like you once.
So earlier I did kind of tell the story about Assassin's Creed 2, and guys, I'm just going to be upfront and say, this game is like the opposite end of the spectrum is Left 4 Dead. I should love Left 4 Dead, and I should hate this game
In the real world.
But for whatever reason, in 2009, in the winter, I really am not liking Left 4 Dead, but I played through almost 25, 27 hours.
Let me tell you
Assassin's
guys,
Creed
this speaks volumes. We beat it.
2. It does.
That
It
speaks
does.
I
volumes.
mean,
about the game.
I have to really, really, really like a game to beat it. I mean, really, really, especially a game like that. And, what I bitched about in the first game was not enough variety, travel, and just the kind of get old feeling. I don't if I want to fucking repeat shit, I will play DDR and DJ Hero. I don't need to fucking eavesdrop on a conversation for the 20th time. So, playing Assassin's Creed 2, I really kind of went in with it kind of yeah, let's see how long this lasts. And
Dude, especially when the very first seconds of the game,
dude.
suck you in.
Well, that was the thing. Mike. So before I played this game, I said, I'm going to do this right. I at least know the basic premise of Assassin's Creed. I'm going to go to Wikipedia. I'm going to educate myself on the end of the game, which I didn't see, how it was relevant. And that was very important because I felt it's picking up right where I last read about it. This is awesome. So then, as 4 says, there's a single line that sort of and you know what? It's not really a spoiler because the impact of the game, I think, is not even hit us yet. But you remember Assassin's Creed? It's like Matrix.
You're being sent back.
They're using memories, right? And at the end of the first one, you basically escape from the laboratory where they're using the Animus to, relive these memories to find information. So then when you escape, picking up right where you left off, they're basically using a new Animus that is that also gives you the ability to retain what you relive. So imagine because he was doing all this assassin shit, you're basically learning how to do it like the Matrix. Remember, they just jack in kung fu,
right.
Except they had to live it. So at the very beginning, they're we now fucking got this shit where you can start to learn to be an assassin. I was like, oh, that's fucking sweet. I wonder how much of the game they're gonna let me play out of the Animus, and that right there kind of set it off. But most importantly, from that point, it never really got so repetitive that I was like, not again, because they gave you that choice. And I know Mike is going to say, Red Faction gave you that choice, and it did, and Prototype. I mean, all these games, technically, you could go through and just blow through the story. But even when you were doing the story missions, they just did a great job with the variety throughout each and every one. So all in all, I mean, the story is Assassin's Creed 2 to me. My biggest complaints about the game are movement and only
being super sticky. Like Infamous?
Actually, what's crazy is that I felt like movement was just great. Movement is perfect. And then, anytime a timer came on the screen, all of a sudden, the game just got retarded.
Shit, yeah.
Like, I'm not sure why, but like there was something. And
it's when you start thinking about it, the game just feels so natural that as soon as you have to start thinking about your movements, it throws you off.
It might be it. But like seriously, it was like, why is my guy being fucking stupid?
And they knew too. They knew the route open to you. This will be a bitch for you to do this in 40 seconds. You think you're hot shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew where to put a challenge in when it was needed.
You mean right at the beginning too?
Oh, well, there's a couple races I had to redo.
Dude, that race right at the beginning, I was pissed.
It was the one. It was the one in the carnival at the end that got me.
You know, and I'm gonna give some advice to Ubisoft. Never, ever, 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 fucking ever start a game with a race that you potentially are going to make the user redo.
And be like, I'm not going to play this again. That is fucked up.
You know what? As a gamer, there is still something to be said about, like, just kind of like, here's a gimme. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the first couple.
Don't fucking beat
Press
me
A to
down
jump.
and then kick me in my nuts and fucking slap me in my face and then spit on me like in the first fucking 40 seconds of the game. Like, that's fucked up. Forrest, what do you...
I want to say that Assassin's Creed 2 does a great job of making you want to keep playing the next stage. Like, it was very tough to pull yourself away from because it was like, bam, I just got to go here and do the next story item, and I know I'm going to get to do some bomb-ass mission. I know it's all going to pay off in an assassination.
Right.
And oh my God, dude, I feel like the next mission is probably going to be the one where they kill the dude. Shit. It's good. It got to be the next one. Next one I'm taking out.
Yeah.
And then I've killed that dude, and I'm like, shit, now I got to concentrate on this bad dude? Well, maybe this next mission will be the one where I get killed. You know, it just constantly makes you want to keep trying it. And I like that it was so darn compelling. And one of the bad things about part one was like you do a stage, get sucked into the animus, and walk around like an idiot for ever.
Right.
You only get pulled out 3 times. Once at the beginning, once in the middle,
which
and at
also plays into the storyline, which I felt was really interesting. Like, you know,
you start to get a bigger picture in this one. Like you thought that the ending of part one, that writing that you saw on the wall, I'm ruining it. That's that shit you saw in part one kind of made me go, damn, I got to play part 2. The shit that happens at the end of this one is like, holy shit, when is 3? When is 3?
Yeah.
When is 3?
Yeah.
It does
the
some good from a
story
storytelling
is fucking
point. Yes.
awesome. And, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this one takes place over the span of many, many years.
It does.
So not only
because you see all the lands changing and the lands you go to as they develop,
and not only do you also experience like evolution of weapons over this 10 years.
What about
the
like,
history itself?
the texturing of those cities, like how well it looks like what you think frickin' 1480 France.
Oh
would be
yeah,
like, or Italy.
The graphical representation of it is fucking.
It's one of the best
unbelievable.
realized sandbox world we've ever seen. Ever.
Yes, and I did
way
unlock
they
the
tiled
truth
the
video.
roofs, all that shit, trying to hide those hidden things. And here's the thing that people bitched about in part one was like it was super repetitive. The story missions were just gimmies. It was constantly finding all 60, of the eagle points, trying to find all 20 of the glyphs, trying to solve all 60 of those codex memories. Like, despite them saying there was variety, I still felt like I was doing the same shit over and over.
I did climb all 60. And you know why? Because I couldn't. There was one codex page that I fucking needed, so I got. You have to
had
get
to get
all
on the land
codex
to be able to
pages.
see it.
I got all the glyphs, and I think what happened for me is that in this game I didn't properly pace myself, and what happened was I think I just did too much of that. Like I probably didn't have to go after the glyphs. I could have, But
found them more on your own as you went through.
But that was such an interesting aspect of the story to me that, it wasn't just picking up a fucking feather.
No, like you find a glyph and it unlocks a gigantic Tomb Raider tomb below the city.
No,
And all of a sudden, bam.
not the not
well,
the assassin.
6 of those seals,
right.
6 seals you have to
Oh,
find
dude,
too.
those were amazing.
That were like epic stages.
They
dude.
were like mini Tomb Raider levels, pretty much. Like you could.
One
beat
of them was
pretty
like
quick,
scaling
but-
the whole Sistine Chapel. That was just like from a history standpoint was sweet.
Not the assassin's tombs. I'm talking about like the glyphs that you
I know what
find
you're talking about. We have to look at
and then
the
you do
special
the
view to
puzzle. But like I'm talking about the story behind that and then how it relates. The
The
story's
first, what
amazing.
you do is the very first one, you get a 1 second clip of what looks like two naked people running, just like 1 second, and you're like, oh my god, I need to see what the second is, and you find all 20, and it plays a video that is just like, holy shit, what is this game about? What is going on?
Yeah, because
it is amazing.
What was
it's
said,
like 20 seconds long.
Right. So what was said is that, like, keep in mind, the story is that like he's using the ancestors' memory, right, to access it and to relive these memories.
Right.
So what's so incredible about the glyphs is that they're somehow already in his memory. But the only way they could have gotten there is because he too was a patient at this laboratory where the first game took place. Oh. So somehow this code got into your memory, and so each time you find one of these glyphs, you have to like unlock the code because he left like clues for you.
Huh.
But one of the sub stories of it is
Like
that
all Total Recall. Dude.
they never took this guy out of the Animus. And
He's
so
just been in it.
Right. So the fact that they never actually took you out in the game was a part of like I'm living through years of this shit. They're not like taking me out like they did, and that so I that's why I think fucking this is like suddenly a story that is like holy shit. You know, name me another like sort of mind fuck you Lost-esque story that's like. I don't know.
There's not many games that
not
end
that
on these,
try to
like,
do some crazy
notes.
shit like that. Yeah. So
and it's like sweet all the way to the last second. I mean, even while the credits are playing, you're doing some cool shit. I mean, it was much. It was already a sold for me, but I mean, I wasn't expecting to be. So I have to. I mean, I did not touch anything else. I freaking devoured that game from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome experience. So much better than I thought it would be.
I agree with you, and I'm so happy that I gave it a shot because if you remember, I was like, "Fuck this game."
That's how I was.
Ed,
no, I need to.
It'll
play
God of War you, dude.
Yeah,
it'll God of War you. You'll play it and you'll be like, "Wow."
Well, I played part 1 and it just was so boring.
Dude,
Part
you know
2
what?
was so
Do the
engrossing.
exact same thing.
all right, I
like,
will.
go and read on Wikipedia. Get the little plot summary. You know, words on the wall. You got it because it'll literally pick up right where it left off.
Okay.
And then
I'll play it.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that maybe is not as significant, which I'm glad I at least played it to like know Altair and like the armor and why, you know.
Yeah, it connects to part 1.
I mean, yeah, it won't like ruin your experience. By
Actually,
any
play.
So
yeah, Altair's actually in it.
So I got to piss. Maybe
that's right.
Maybe it's a good time to.
It's time to end the show.
To
Anyway.
end the show.
Guys, don't forget Game of the Year next week. That will be our last show of 2009, which you know is kind of cool that we will have done 39 shows this year, guys. It's kind of crazy, actually.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
200, approaching 200.
More than that, dude. Seriously.
Officially 200.
Sure.
Whatever.
I don't know. It's so far from 200. It's ridiculous. So I would say more like weeks in which Epileptic Gaming actually occurred. 200 weeks.
I don't know about those daily ones.
What do you mean?
Yeah, dude.
No, that's why I said
each day
weeks.
was like his own show.
That's why I said weeks.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, weren't they?
You
That's
were like,
why
oh
it
my
was
god,
like,
there were way more shows, but I mean, those were
there were
write-offs, dude.
so many.
Those were
fucking
like
shows.
Should we do a show?
Whatever.
Let's just throw it together
dude.
last second.
Whatever. Every day you got on Skype, dude. Do you not remember that shit?
I do, but I also
Holy
remember
fuck.
it was like, sup, let's talk games. Like, what's up, guys? Let's watch
not what
Camera
EG
make a fool.
is.
Let's watch Camera make an idiot of himself, and let's watch Rance talk about how good looking he is for 20 minutes in his car.
Yeah, I wish you guys would do that a little more often.
Do you? I think. See, our show's 2 hours long, and like
did
150
Rance-
minutes or
did
an hour and
Rance
50
really-
minutes is games.
Really talk about how good looking he thought he was?
No, I talked about how good looking Rance is.
Really?
Yes, he did. Rance and Sumer were having like sex offs all the time.
Of the two, if I had to be gay for one or the other, I'd probably be gay for Sumo.
You would, dude,
he's a
you'd
be-
be
he's a
way
better-
more gay than
he's a
for
better-
Camera because
he's a better
Camera's got
looking
that
dude than
boyish
fucking-
face.
He's a better looking dude.
Let me tell you, both of them
Rance.
look the same from behind.
All right, guys. I guess we're going to go ahead and end Epileptic Gaming 197 on that note. Don't forget, check out eg365.net. Sign up. Vote. You got a couple minutes here still to put your nomination up there for Game of the Year. Then we'll have the official polls open. Come back, vote. And next week we will unveil them all. I'm definitely looking forward to that, guys. Have a great and safe weekend. No live on 3 this weekend, but check out DJWeek.tv and QuakeLive.tv. We're going to have the Bring It Back Safely CTF tournament, and then also the IAM North American Quake Live and Counter-Strike Championships will be happening. It'll be fucking awesome. That'll be on Sunday. UFC Saturday.
Breathe, inhale.
And then don't forget Modern Warfare 2. Peace, bitches.